Welcome to LoganRobo's channel, broadcasting live on twitch.tv/LoganRobo and on youtube.com/@LoganRobo. Tonight's game is Deltarune Chapter 5. This evening, we're doing the weird route, so remember, all you viewers, don't try any of this at home. You know, in case you ever find yourself the only human living in a town full of monsters and possessed by a sentient soul, yeah, try not to ruin your childhood friend's life. Appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo and youtube.com/@LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? I am still kind of sick. I think I got the exact same thing that happened to me about 2 months ago. So I don't know if it's a relapse, it's like a sinus infection thing. I don't know, maybe there's like some kind of weird, maybe I need to clean the vents out at my place. Perhaps there's some airborne mold or something that's making me sick, but I'm here! And also we have why is there a pinned thing over on Twitch talking about subscribing for 2 months Audible? I don't know what's going on with that. So, how are all of you? Sorry I had to cancel last night's stream. I am also increasingly worried about the way I multi-stream. It took 1 minute and 40 seconds before YouTube realized I told it to go live before it finally did go live. But I see Null over on YouTube. How you doing, Null? Saying hello. So YouTube is live, I believe, right? Yeah, I think. Let me read some other comments here over on Twitch. First of all, Oak says, hey, Logan. Oh, Logan instead of Longa. Wow, huh?
Remember, chat, asking Logan for advice is a dubious endeavor.
Oh, that is true.
He once thought it was the right thing to give a child a magazine children shouldn't have.
Well, I mean, in Yakuza 0, it was the right thing to do. It finished that side quest. So, but yeah, don't, like, none of this should be imitatable acts. Don't do any of this at home. But thank you, Rukov, for the 10 bits. But yeah, Oak says, I feel weird. I know you called me Logan instead of Longa. And Latic says, yellow, hello, hello. Well, everything's all backwards today. Quita says, howdy. What a totally normal day to play Deltarune. Nothing weird at all. Yeah, totally not gonna be weird route stuff today, huh?
Hey, Logan? It feels like things took some kind of weird route just now.
Weird route. Okay, I was thinking about this earlier. I gotta ask you guys, do you guys pronounce it route or route? Because wasn't that like a pun they did in the last stream when we were doing chapter 4's weird route? I would say route, but then he had like en route, en route. I'll say like en route, but it is a route. I don't know, but thank you for the 10 bits. I am excited for weird route tonight. I am a bit worried that Oak insists that there won't be a whole lot of weird route content, so we may just end up repeating some Dark World stuff if we get there early. I don't know. We shall see. Before we get into this, let me read some more in the chat. Over on YouTube, Devin says, hi, Logan. Good to join the stream again. Good to see you back, Devin. Anytime I meet somebody new, even if the person says I'll be back again, I always worry if that person won't be back again. So it's good to see you again for tonight's weird route. Let's see. Bubbo says, how far are you, Logan? Okay, this is what we need to talk about. So, because I was sick, I guess the good benefit of that was I had plenty of time to play through the entirety of Chapter 4 all again. Oak had suggested that I do the very end of Chapter 4 and then go into the weird route of Chapter 5. But the problem is there was no save point after the final boss of Chapter 4. Huh?
Route or route is like asking if an Oreo is a biscuit or a cookie. Depends where you are from. Stay lonely. I
just assume that you probably say route because you're Rukov. So if it was your route, you'd call it a Rootkov. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Rukov. Get some rest. Sleep well. If you can't sleep, feel free to come back. Okay, so what I did do, however, is before the end of Chapter 4, there's one little snippet at the very end that I couldn't remember if it was from the normal route or not. So I want to review with you guys and see if you guys can tell me if this was from the normal route. It was, we had a scene with Chris laying in bed, and we got a phone call, and I didn't recognize the, I took screenshots of it. I didn't recognize the pitch. It was deep pitch. I don't know if it was supposed to be Carol or Rudy, but we got this thing here. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Sorry, I need to start with this one, where it started with, Chris, are you there? Then I'll just leave a message. You are going to the festival tomorrow, aren't you? I think this is the voice we did for Carol, just a deep kind of southern accent. I just wanted to confirm. Noelle said, She's really looking forward to seeing you. So again, maybe it was Rudy. I don't remember. Did that happen at the end of the normal route? It's been like a year since we ended the normal route of Chapter 4. So we had that. I took screenshots just to make sure I'm caught up on everything. So, shall we load up the game? I've wasted like 7 minutes. I think we can probably at least load up the game, and then I'll talk some more chat. So we want to go to Chapter 4 files, and this was the completed one for the weird route. And start. That's the little dot that we saw right before Noelle turned into like a shattered red thing. Oh, so it's Noelle's voice. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Ah, we're awake. Okay, this is different. Already this is different. Chapter 5 normal. Chris, are you feeling all right? Crap, I can't pause. Cool your heels, Toriel. I know it's the weekend, but you have not left your room all day. Oh, wait, have I... But the festival. The festival was today. Oh, wait, crap. Do I not get to do the festival? The sun is going down now. If you get up now, you can still see the parade. I need to warn you about what's gonna happen to Rudy. Chris, at the very least, you should eat something. Okay, so right from the get-go, this is different. There's some honey toast on the table downstairs. I made it for you. Bah, I'm a goat. That's why I talk like this. Well, I'll be downstairs reading. By reading, I mean I'm inviting Sans back. I know it's been difficult without your brother. Oh, crap. I'll talk in a second, but I can't pause this. Thank you for the follow. But, well, I think, it's a first-time chatter, too. Hey, hang on. No one can make you get out of bed, honey. I'll talk to you in a second. Oh, is it 2 follows in a row? Okay. I think I can look now. I think it's possible. Oh, we got 2 follows. Yeah, from Please Play, was it Peggle Wolf? I don't know what Peggle Wolf is. What is Peggle Wolf? But welcome, Please Play, Peggle Wolf. And wait, Ink 4 Vion. Wait, is that Evie? Wait, no, crap. No, is that? Oh, I know Ink 4 Vion. That was someone specific that we already know.
Welcome, first time chatter. At Please Play Peglu0LFF_. Logan reads everything in chat. Eventually, and please let Logan what you want him to call you. He has been saying my name the wrong thing since 2020.
Okay, I'm looking at the bottom of the chat. Oh, it's Null! It's Null, yeah, because you've been here before. You've been here before wait, haven't you been here before? Because I know I've seen that nickname. So welcome, Null. How are you? So you're on both chats now. Let me look at what the first time messages were from Null saying, hello, I'm trying out the Cool Kids Club. Well, it's much more busy on that side. Oh, and please pay Pegawolf says, oh boy. I mean, okay, just for everybody, again, this is blind playthrough, so no spoilers, but the more people talk about this, the more worried I get about this weird route. But before we get into this, because things are already different, let me read a few more comments in the chat, because we're 10 minutes into stream. I'm at least a good 5 or 6 minutes behind, possibly even more. But yeah, so Bumbo, you asked earlier how far it was. So yeah, we're right into it, right into chapter 5, because there was no save point for the chapter 4 weird route after the Titan stuff. Queen says, for the weird route, last stream, he got the scene with Noelle in her house and equipping. Yeah, and so then I did the rest of chapter 4, because it was just like a repeat. Oak sent me a message that had like a few little bits and bobbles of different lines here and there. And so I saw what those things were. So thank you again, Oak, for that. Well, we're just getting right into this. Oak says, I would love to hear your thoughts on some of the weird route stuff from chapter 5. Oh, like afterward? Yeah, if we end early, we'll probably have plenty of time to talk about that. Queen Katie says, 145 stream. You're in a 145 stream streak. Thank you, Queen Katie. Oak says, from chapter 4. Okay, well, let's get back to that in a second. Let me take a look over the YouTube chat again. Null says, the save point doesn't matter as long as you have the completion data. Well, I know, it's just that I think Oak had suggested to redo like the light nerd. What crap was the name of our town in this? Our main real life town. Like at the beginning of this stream, but I couldn't, if that makes sense. Yeah. And then Elle says, never mind, I misunderstood. And Devin says, it's okay, we're all in this together. Okay, so what I thought about the end of chapter 4's weird route, I think it's funny how that, based on Snowgrave, when we did Chapter 2, I'd assumed the weird route was just a genocide route. But instead, it's turning out to be a make Noelle miserable route. And manipulate our childhood friend Noelle route. The whole thing with her saying, like, thank you, and us putting the thorn ring on, it feels like we're kind of brainwashing her. Like, and she's maybe falling in love with us, as like, Chris, instead of Susie. Because we, when we did the weird route stuff at the end of last time, Birdley obviously never really called to ask Noelle out, which is what originally I think prompted Susie to ask Noelle out to the festival. So I don't know if the two of them, I was assuming today that maybe we'd be with Noelle and Susie'd be third wheeling it, kind of reversal last time. It looks like the festival's already over. So I guess we don't get to do any fun festival stuff. That's not weird enough. Hang on, I need a sip of I still have some cherry 7-Up because I'm sick. So I think those are most of my Weird Route Chapter 4 thoughts. Oak says, in honor of the stream being weird, I'm doing an original quote 253 command instead of hold. Oh, hold command. Oh, hey, look at that. Oak says, but I'm curious to know Logan's thoughts on the weird Dark World. Well, there weren't a whole lot of differences in the Dark World. I guess we'll see if it changes when we get to the Dark World here. Eglin said, I'm both excited and scared. I'm feeling more of that same, Eglin. I guess I should get up out of bed. Oh, hey. Chris, wake up. I don't like this. Chris, wake up. Oh, no, come on! Get out of bed, child! Ah! Oh, now you're sleeping on the floor. Great. But yeah, this is a different start. Didn't Chapter 5 originally begin with, like, Chris, like, we as the soul were inside of the birdcage and Chris climbing through the window and then, like, doing the whole, like, back in my chest kind of thing? Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. It should not be this hard to get a child to move. Hey, now we're good. Oh, but I'm moving so slow. Can I look at the bed again? Can I look at the cage? Huh? Can I steal some more? Oh no! Last time there were love letters to death in Azrael's dresser. Aww. Can't snoop. Can't invade privacy. Well, what's that under the bed? Did we know something there last time? Huh? Chris is being really boring this time. Chris, I know this is the weird route, but I crave whimsy. Oh, it's so hard to get you to move. Wait, did like auto run get turned off? Oh, I can't access that. Okay, and I can't look at my cell either. Are my stats different? Chris, with quotes. Oh, hit points are 3 out of 20. That's not healthy. Weapon, quill pen, armor, bandage, money, 7. Okay, well let's get going. Come on, Chris. Come on. Oh, get moving, kiddo. Head out the door. Let's. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Can I look at the Dragon Dirty magazines? Dragon. D's nuts all over. No. It's me, even though my Holge's on the wrong side. See, it's on my left. It should be mirror image. Can I go into the other room? Okay, so Chris apparently doesn't want to do anything fun. That's disappointing. Oak said, so excited for stream. The weird route for this chapter made me physically. What? Huh?
Chris's HP is even lower now. They were starving themselves to try to weaken their body enough for you to be unable to control it. You're a terrible person, Logan.
Okay. Honestly, here's the thing. I feel like when you have something like Undertale's genocide route, that makes you feel like at first glance you would think, oh, so this game allows you to indulge in like your darkest impulses and do the evil, horrible thing. These games make you feel bad about doing the bad stuff. If anything, they're cautionary tales. I don't know how that works, because I feel like weakening Chris ought to make it easier to control Chris. Like, unless it's weakening the heart. I don't know. Oh, you're so slow, Chris. We gotta eat some honey toast. Honey toast will make me feel better. But yeah, in the chat over on Twitch, Oak was saying the weird route for this chapter made me feel physically ill because of how dark it gets. See, I want to assume you guys are exaggerating, but I don't know. I really don't know. Bumble says, me too? I had quite the disturbed face. Again, you guys are making me worried. Can I go in here and do like we did before, flush the toilet 10 times? Hey, we can do that, right? Oh, Chris, you can't even flush the toilet. Can you wash your hands? Can you look at the apple shampoo? No? All right. There's no delightful flavor dialogue anywhere. Huh. Come on, you're so slow. Let me take a look at the YouTube chat. Let's see, rivulets! And I haven't seen the full Chapter 5 Weird Route, so here we go. The screen on my TV doesn't work, so here we listen. Okay, so here's what you're missing. You can't see rivulet. I'm trying to move Chris around the house, but Chris just walks so slow. Only have like 3 hit points, maybe that's why. And anytime I click something, all I get is an asterisk. Chris does not want to comment on anything, but at least I got some honey toast. Okay, maybe, I bet after we force Chris to eat this, then we'll be able to move quicker, right? Eat it! Eat the honey toast! Oh. Mom! My guts won't let me eat your food. Specifically my heart. That's one of my guts, though. Chris, are you all right, sweetheart? No, I'm very weird today. You should eat something. There is some honey toast on the table for you, all right? I want to make Chris eat it just so I can move quicker. Eat it! Mom, I need you to feed me like a baby bird. Chew it up and then spit it down my throat. Maybe some festival games might cheer you up. I'm sure Susie would love to play with you. Okay, because Susie still doesn't seem to know that I'm being weird. So maybe that's what I gotta do. Crap, I'm gonna have to walk around town like this. And there's nothing fun to click on the way. All right, let's head outside. Susie! Hey, took you long enough. I know, did we miss the festival, Susie? You're trying to sleep through the festival or something? I wonder if there's symbolism in the fact that you are in my shadow. And yet, for some reason, the front side of you is still in light. I don't know. I don't know how shadows work. There was an eclipse the other day. It's magic. Noelle's... Okay, so Noelle... Oh, Noelle's waiting for you. Okay, Chat. What are you... Like, does Susie... Do you guys think that Susie would still have a crush on Noelle if Noelle hadn't been pursuing Susie? Because I feel like a lot of it has felt, at least to me, like a bit of a reaction. Like, Noelle likes Susie, and so that makes Susie like Noelle. Or do you think that Susie just likes Noelle independent of that and is jealous that apparently thorn-ringed Noelle wants some sweet, sweet Chris action at the beach? Oh, I'm so sorry, but Susie, in an alternate timeline, you and Noelle had like lots of fun splashing in the water. It looks like it's Chris's turn for some of that. She told me to get you. Yeah, we already kind of hung out. She wouldn't stop talking about you. Oh, she's got like a promise ring now or something. I don't know. Seems kind of weird. Well, I guess you gotta go. Are you not coming with me? You're not gonna be my wing sister? Talk to me, Susie! Susan! You're making this weird route much less fun. Can't take my car. Oh, man. Why am I so slow? Can I go back inside? I cannot. Hang on, I want to see how... That is cool that, like, the shadow changes there. All right, let's go. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You know what? This in and of itself is just punishment by walking so slowly. Wait, what is my shadow on the side there? Hey, wait a sec. You wouldn't... I mean... You wouldn't want to see the festival first, would you? Yes! Yeah, I saw everything with Noelle, but, like... I still want to see how you'd react to stuff, too, you know? Let's do it! Come on, it'll be fun. Yay! Let's go eat onions. Oh, I'm going normal! Oh, thank goodness! Oh, everything's all shut down already? Sunflowers. Let's have a good looks around. Okay. Yeah, everyone's over there to see the festival king and queen. It's lame, right? I mean, like, why is it gotta be king and queen? Whatever we are is cooler, right? Right? Not in a weird way, you know? The king is pizza pants, by the way. And there's like 3 queens. Kind of creepy. Doing the king-queen vote thing with Noelle was fun. I put down me and her, plus some extra epic drawings. See, I used the green pen for my radioactive breath. She voted before I saw hers, though. I just hope she remembered the color of my radioactive breath. Hate it when people color it like blue or pink. It's green. She was like super excited to write it. Oh crap. She wrote Chris and herself, right? Here's the thing. Noelle is I think one of my favorite characters in this. She's just fun and weird and goofy. I don't like characters that I like being brainwashed and losing their agency. Yeah, you kind of missed out, but like, I'll redraw it on the table for you later. Okay, there's that at least. I'm gonna read some more in the chat. I'm getting more and more worried. Even like the dissonant music, it's only like slightly off. I guess it's not dissonant, but it's slightly odd. Is making me worried. Quick said, yeah, that happened to me last night. Apparently there's a bunch of Audible promos going on. One of them for an underpants badge? Like Captain Underpants or just like, underwear? Just out right there. No longer under there, it's up over here. Bubba says, route, like grout. See that, again, I think if it's a noun, I say route. But if I'm on my way, I'm en route. I don't know why. Let's see, and Oak says, usually say route, but sometimes I say route. Queen Gita said, I say route, like the Pokemon. Eglin says, I feel like I use both subconsciously. Let's see, I feel like there are certain words I switch back and forth between like envelope and envelope. Bubba says, route, route, it's all the same. And then Oak says, is stream a little laggy for everyone or just me? Let me make sure that it's not on my end. It doesn't look like I'm dropping frames, but again, the past couple of streams, OBS has been weird with multi-streaming over on YouTube. I'm worried I might have to find a new way to multi-stream. And Quigita said, nope. Bob said, actually, it's interchangeable for me. Oh, there's where Please Play Pegawolf came in saying, oh boy, it's gonna get weird. Are you still here? Please play Pegawolf. That's a little bit of a tongue twister. Rukop says, Mickey? And then Bubba says, it is not. It's different in the weird route. And Oak said, this is all new weird route stuff. Quigita says, oh yes, this is new. And Please Play Pegawolf says, who is Mickey? I think Mickey's a mouse. A little bit, you know, if Mickey's on a steamboat, Mickey's even public domain. Let me glance over at YouTube chat. Mr. Walkman said, what just happened? Oh my gosh, Weird Route Chapter 5, the new Noelle. Mr. Walkmans, how are you doing? I hope you're, okay, show of hands. Is anyone else blind to this like I am? Or are all of you like giggling behind my back as to whatever weird's gonna happen? Reveal it says eat, consume even. Devin says, I feel like Susie has never had anyone actually like her in any capacity regardless if it's romantic or platonic, which would explain her possessive nature toward Chris when Birdley asks them out. I think you're kind of right about that. The way that like, cause it feels like Noelle has had a crush on Susie for a while. I don't know how long exactly, but it feels like as soon as Susie was shown that affection, Susie suddenly got really into Noelle, which, to be honest, isn't like super healthy, but I mean, it's still, if the feelings are real, it's fine. But it does make me wonder in like an alternate timeline like this, if Susie would still have feelings for Noelle. If so, it's gotta be killing Susie. Like to see Noelle seemingly like into us instead. And Devin says, the festival! And Elle said, never mind, I'm back here, it's more familiar. I say, route. Well, welcome back. Well, Eddie, you can feel free to pop by anytime, like if you want to zip over to Twitch to vote in like a prediction or a poll or something like that. And add you in, like, you know, getting melted by me. Oh yeah, and then what we got here? Okay. I'm trying to remember which way to the right takes us to the beach. I think it's when we pass the flower shop. Okay, it's that way, so we got to explore the rest of town first. I don't want to accidentally advance the story and see Noelle. Oh, isn't this, wait. Is this where the guy had the takoyaki stand, the Gaster apprentice? So does that mean Onion-san isn't dead in the Weird Route? No, because when I did Weird Route stuff, I still had to send Onion-san to the other side of the lake. Oh heck, Chris, you're not gonna believe this. Free rolls and honey packets and butter and margarine. Whatever, you know, actually, Susie, I'm with you. I always hate it when they have rolls and then they skimp on the honey and butter. That's like basically a good sandwich. Oh, it kind of is. I went through a phase when I was a kid where I put honey on everything. My family would go to this all-you-can-eat buffet. I'd get these scones. I'd fill them up with so much honey. Then I'd put honey on like rice and honey on green beans and honey on chicken. Ketchup, salt, water. That's free tomato soup. We're living in luxury. Bon appetit, right? I speak French. Oh, I thought that was, for a second, I thought that was a little critter holding these balloons. Let's go in. Hey, sweet, no one's in there. That means free grape soda, and we had to wear their uniforms and pretend to work there. Because, like, we're still young enough that we don't realize how soul-crushing a job like that actually is. We can look forward to it, right? And, like, take pics of us standing in the salad? That surely won't become a national controversy. Dang, it's locked. Boo. Dude, there's a pepperoni on the floor right there. Think I can grab it with my tongue out of the door? Do it, Susie! Dang, it's too far. Susie, thank you for being whimsical. The game didn't want to give me whimsy earlier. Oh, no sands. Can we still ride it? Oh, and I guess it won't move. Oh, yeah. Me and Noelle rode this. I, like, tried to smooch her, but she just kept, like, saying she wants to smooch you or something. I don't know. Strange. I don't understand girls. I am a girl. I don't understand me. She, didn't even look out the window, though. The whole time she was just resting her head on my shoulder. I mean, it's not what it seems like, but I'd be excited to have a girl rest her head on my shoulder. Dude, my heart was beating like crazy. I don't get how she was so calm. Anyway, you want to ride the wheel? Yes, go on. All right, I call shotgun. Hey. Hey, Chris, everything good? You just seem kind of, Whoa, wait a sec! Why are we doing this? Why are we smooching now? Oh, hey, Chris, did you feel that? Earthquake! Rocking around the thing. Dang, that was close. We almost... Oh, heck, it's the aftershock! See? Knew that'd make you laugh. Aw, Susie, even in Weird Route, you're delightful. Hey, sit over on my side. The view's better. Like, did we actually move, or are we just sitting at the bottom? The view of you being in a headlock, idiot! Hey, stop pretending to snore. Hey, stop pretending to stop breathing. Hey, stop pretending to have your heart fall out of your chest. Oh, crap. What am I to you guys, a big pillow? Don't nod! Okay, that was still wholesome and fun. Phew. Guess that's about it, huh? That was pretty fun, right? It was pretty fun. Thank you, Susie. That was fun. Maybe next year we can actually break it. Okay, so we're having a whimsical good time. I'm going to do the left-hand side of everything first, just in case I'm misremembering which side takes us to the beach. Oh, there is the takoyaki stand still. Are you going to mention how that you devoured Onion San's flesh, Susie? Hey, they got free lemon slices here. Check this out. First, you get a bunch of free lemon slices. Gonna put them in your mouth, have like lemon teeth. Then you squeeze them in free lemon water, add some free sweetener. Then you got like free lemonade. I find Susie's like frugality from being poor so endearing. I mean, it reminds me of my dad. My dad did go through a period where he was successful for a while. But he never gave up the frugality. Oh, wait, what? We just drank it normal? We didn't, like, shove it down each other's throats? Cool, right? We got that for free. Susie, you're my best friend. I'm gonna read some more in the chat, though, and have a sip of my cherry 7-Up. Let's see, Bumbo says, Chapter 4 normal ends with Chris, don't forget, you promised. Okay, so it was different then. Again, I didn't recognize the tone of voice, so I don't know if it was supposed to be Carol or Rudy. I'm guessing one of those two. Maybe he was like masked to be somebody else. But I don't know. So thank you, Bumbo. Rukov says, first time mouth. Oh boy. Oak says, so excited. Please play Pegawolf. I'm going to call you Pegawolf for short, if that's okay. Bubba said, you got clips ready, Queen Katie? What? Do you guys gonna have spoiler clips? Queen says, I don't do spoiler clips for this, I think, but let me check if anybody posted there. There's Null saying, hello, I'm trying out the Cool Kids Club. I guess we weren't cool enough because no one back to YouTube. Over on YouTube, let me see. Devin says, honey on lasagna is absolutely delicious. I don't care what anyone says. Thank you, Devin. Honey is like an underrated condiment on so many things, but I've got a major sweet tooth. The Roaring Knight -DR says, greetings. Welcome, Roaring Knight. I beat you once. It was a fun fight. I enjoyed it. How are you doing? Are you new here? Oh crap, I never gave Pegawolf our rundown of everything. Oh, and we got another first-time chatter over on Twitch. Neat NF. Hi, may I call you Neat for short? So to those people who have been coming in new, like Pegawolf, Neat, Roaring Knight, let me give you the quick rundown of the channel. My name is Logan. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. As you can see, tonight we're doing the Deltarune Chapter 5 Weird Route. We just finished Chapter 5 on Tuesday. The other game we're playing and alternating with right now is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Obviously, we're going to need a new game to play next week. I was thinking next Tuesday we might play a little bit more Silk Song, then maybe spend Friday's stream trying out Resident Evil Requiem. Although, Extemporaneous posted a really interesting looking game in the Game Suggestions channel on Discord. It's only like $5. It's like this game where you like dub in your voice over movie clips and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like, it has weird like copyright flags for YouTube and Twitch and things like that, but it certainly looked interesting. But welcome, Roaring Knight. And Neat, what was Neat saying? Maybe Chris's phone has a really crappy speaker. Oh, that is true. And we can't check our cell right now, unfortunately. But that is certainly possible. I feel bad. Ever since I upgraded my phone several months ago. It was the first time in like years and years and years and years I did it. This one is so much louder. I'm just not used to it. Phone calls are a little bit painful. Yes, welcome. Oh, and also for our new people, before we get back in this game, I should post our link tree on both Twitch and YouTube. So there it is on Twitch. Let me copy this over to YouTube. This has all of our social media, a Discord invite, YouTube and Twitch, which you guys are already on right now. Also TikTok and Twitter and things like that. Feel free to check it out or ignore it. It's there if you want it. Entirely up to you. Null says to Roaring Knight, hi, Papyrus. I just hope we get some Papyrus content by the end. I do like the idea that, yeah, maybe Papyrus, because Papyrus always wanted to be a knight in like a brave knight in Undertale, right? And then Roaring Knight says, greetings, Null. Oh, and so it says, tis I the great. Greetings, Null, tis I, the great Papyrus. I miss Papyrus. And Null said, don't forget to visit the school. Oh, good call. I wonder if we'll be able to go to Castletown. Roaring Knight says, Requiem, JoJo neuron activation. Oh, is that a JoJo reference? I'm still behind in JoJo. I'm still so behind in JoJo. Was there anything else here? The stand was kind of weird. Wasn't anyone at it today. Oh, so there was no Gaster follower to feed people onions on flesh? Maybe just closed early? Beats me. Let's keep going. Let's look at the dunk tank, which is now completely empty. Hey, purple water! You know we gotta sip that. Wait, stop. It's all like, fuzzy. What was this kind of mixture called? Like, heterogeneous? Good on you, Susie. But Susie, I've seen you in Noelle. You're not heterogeneous. You're homogeneous. Dude, no, I don't know what the heck this is. That's why you're here, to explain. Great, you don't know either. You can just say that next time, instead of staring into my eyes. I'm actually staring at your neck. I can't see up high enough. Let's do this thing. Play it! Do the same to Susie! I won! Chris, participate, have fun! Play it! Boo. I won. It's not as fun when you don't try, Chris. If they have police tape, why don't they have police glue? That's why Flowery was looking for glue. I mean, I'm glad they don't, but they could. I'm gonna patent that idea. I'm gonna take it on Shark Tank. Gonna make a lot of money. Oh yes, check down. We'll also check the church and the shelter and the school and yeah, just the whole town. Oh, and Rudy! Rudy, you're not dead! Congratulations, you didn't fall off the ladder. That seems like a potentially big departure for the storyline. Oh. Hey dude, you okay? Oh, maybe he did fall. Shouldn't you be at the king and queen thing? Me? No, I still got some lights to finish up here. You sure, man? Susie, it's better if you learn sooner than later. Holidays are always full of surprises. Good surprises? It depends on which holiday. Can we hold the ladder for you, bro? I don't want you to fall. Okay, same as before.
Logan, when the body has controlling, won't goof off after being controlled like a puppet to harm all of their friends.
We can still, like, force the body to goof off, maybe? Thank you, Oak, for the 10 bits. I am disappointed in that, but at least Susie's still fun. Thank you for the 10 bits. It'd be pretty funny to see you get jump scared, but we can't go in there. We're banned. What happened? And me and Noelle went in. Turns out they don't like gay smooching. We did a lot of smooching. She wasn't into it, though. Don't know why. Kept saying Chris. It was a weird way to pronounce my name. I was feeling like the eyeball grapes or whatever, and Noelle just put her hand in the bowl, and oh, they still held hands? Started holding mine. Yeah, they banned us for that. It sucks, but it was worth it. It's kind of funny, nothing scared her at all. Even me. Look at the jack-o'-lanterns. Dude, what's your favorite horror movie? Bet you like the one with the creepy doll. Huh? Your brother never wanted to watch them? Was he like, ooh, I'll make the popcorn? That's what your brother sounds like, I bet. Then just never came back? What? I was right. What's wrong with that? What's wrong? I've maybe done that type of thing before. I mean, Noelle loves scary movies. You didn't watch any with her? Hey, it's all good. I'll teach you. You're buying the tickets, though. Wasn't it a thing when we did the normal route of Chapter 4? The disembodied hand or something like that. Okay, so we can't visit Gerson's grave. Dude, let's lap up the orange goop together. Bet it tastes like the clay from art class. Is that good? Wait, no, Noelle's dad could see. Well, we go kill him first. I don't want Noelle thinking I'm a lapper. I know, it's not like all the time thing. I'm just a part-time lapper. Just lap with my best bud. Just a with you thing that we never did before, but we could do a lot. Lap with me, Chris. Okay, so we cannot go down and visit the shelter. And I'm assuming we can't go into City Hall. Can we even go around to get to the door? We cannot. Okay, let's keep checking some more areas. Let's go to the school. And then I will read some more of the chat too, I promise. Library! Stop looking at books. It's the weekend. Stop looking at books. It's the weekend.
What is your prediction for what weird thing might happen? I'm curious what you think might happen.
Okay, so it looks like the main thing is that Noelle wants us to meet at the beach, and that's where the obvious weird stuff is gonna happen. It feels like, honestly, we're just gonna be ruining Noelle's life more and more. I think after we gave her the thorn ring last chapter, she's probably gonna, like, confess her undying love to us or something, but it's gonna be really creepy and weird because she's, like, brainwashed. And, I don't know what's gonna become of that. I don't know, maybe Chris as, like, you know, our body might fight back against us as the soul. And I don't know, I guess something big might happen. Maybe either Susie or Noelle might finally notice us as the soul coming out of the body. Whatever happens is just gonna make Noelle's life worse. And that's what I feel bad about, because I do like her as a character. But yeah, I don't really have any, like, I don't know, especially the way you guys describe it, that it gets dark. Something bad's gotta happen. Maybe Rudy is going to fall. Maybe Noelle's still gonna get a call from her mom that Rudy fell. And maybe, like, Noelle will decide to stay with us. No, that doesn't even sound dark enough. There's gonna be something bad. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I'm gonna read some more in the chat, though. Let's see, Null says over on Twitch, I only use Twitch once. I was curious how it is here. Bubba says, oh, I will get to them then. Pegawolf says, it's heat. And then Quicketa says, yeah, cause I don't know the order needed. And Pegawolf says, play Peggle. After this, well, what kind of game is it, if you don't mind me asking? Ray says, Deltarune Chapter 5, Weird Route. How you doing, Ray? And yeah, Null saying, I'm Null. Pegawolf said, my name is Wolf. Okay, may I call you still Pegawolf, because we have had other wolves here before. And I think it'll be easier to differentiate which wolf I'm talking about and to at any given time, if that's okay. Null says, from YouTube, I'm trying it here, lol. Eglin says, Peggle is a whole experience. Why do I feel like I've heard the word Peggle before? I feel like I have. Oh, no, hang on. It's a puzzle game, right? I'm pretty sure a buddy of mine from the improv shows I do has played Peggle before. Isn't the one, it kind of looks like a pachinko game? or something, or am I thinking of something else? Nell said, I have this man on YouTube too. It just shows my at there and says, Peggle is goated, yes. Bubba says, don't worry, I got him. Oak said, my Wi-Fi is kind of bad right now, so I'm gonna try to restart it. I hope it's doing better now. Let me take a look over YouTube chat after I have another sip of my 7-Up. Almost out, I'll have to switch to water soon. I gotta scroll up a little bit. Devin says, oh my gosh, I think it's literally called Voice Changer or something. Everything I've seen about it looks really fun. Yeah, it was something like that. It looks interesting. My only worry is that will it be like DMCA safe for Twitch and like copyright safe over on YouTube? Because it'll feature like actual sound, audio from movies, right? So I definitely want to try it, but I don't know if I'm just worried. I'm just worried about getting dinged, you know? But it does look like fun. Reveal it says, wah, 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 Roaring Night, wah, 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 wah. And Roaring Night, as Papyrus says, I feel great watching this at 7:20 without any sleep, AM or PM? Oh, Reveal it says AM or PM. Roaring Night says AM. Honestly, not as early as some people, but wow, what's got you up so early? And then Reveal it says, dang. And Roaring Night says, my sleep schedule is cool. Wait, I don't even have one. I know the feeling. Mainly because I'm a night owl. Wait, hang on. Did you stay up to 7:20 or did you get up at 7:20? Huh?
It should be Daimaka and copyright safe. A ton of popular streamers have been playing it with no problems, so you should be good.
Okay, I worry about that. Maybe I worry even too much. But it does look interesting. It looks fun, and I kind of want to try it. Well, I mean, show of hands. Who would be willing to watch that? Like a stream of that, just giving it a try. I don't know if I might need to like watch some other people play to see like how it works, so I'm not like figuring out the mechanics on stream. But thank you, Oak, for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going to the school. Let's see if we can go visit Ralse. Oh, there's something on the ground. What's that? Oh, by the way, Susie, I want to see what this is. Wait, move your foot! Dollar coin on the ground alert, idiot! Ha! I can get gummy monsters on my ice cream. Again, Susie's frugality is reminding me so much of my dad. I kind of love it. Huh? So, Noelle, she, did something kind of funny earlier. I said I didn't have any cash for food, and she, because she's the rich girl. She took out like a roll of bills, probably like hundreds of dollars, specifically in case you thought it was hundreds of other things, and just held it out to me, smiling. I mean, I don't know if I've ever even seen that much money. I didn't take it. I said some cheesy stuff like, man, you could get 100 grape sodas with that. I don't know why, it just felt so weird. Route. If you had $5, I'd expect you to buy me stuff. But I guess same back. You know, if I had $5 too. I know this is a weird route, but at least we're getting very sweet Susie moments. That was really nice. And she found $1. Man, even Ralse was acting kind of weird today. Weird. Guess he was just worried you slept in. I asked if he wanted me to do anything, and he was like, he just got quiet and shook his head. Anyway, let's see him later, after other stuff.
This line is really sad, but there's so much funny art of Noelle doing money spreads. I need to send some to look at after stream.
Oh, please do. One thing I'm really looking forward to, for the past, however long we've been playing this game, 1 month and a half, almost 2 months, I think, I have, not been checking any of my comments on TikTok because I'm worried about spoilers in old Deltarune videos and things like that. I've been vastly limiting my social media. I'm so looking forward to just doing a deep dive and checking stuff out, because even though I've been avoiding it because I've been talking about Deltarune to you guys and posting about going live, I'm still every now and then unavoidably seeing a little bit show up in my feeds, and I've been very lucky because it seems like right after we do something, I've seen a spoiler for what we just did. So I've been dodging so many bullets, but thank you for the 10 bits. Thank you. And I like that too. Let's see what I'll say later, okay? Okay, so we can't go to Castletown, apparently. Boo earns. Alright, where else can we go? Up here. There we go. So... Oh, Sans is out! And you're just open instead of clopin. Hey, no one's looking. Let's mess with the sign. Nope. See, it has the same letters as open, like the N is just on the front instead of the end. It's like if you rearrange Deltarune, it says Undertale, or if you rearrange Ralsei, it says Azrael. If you rearrange Dreamer, it's Murderer. Nope. Now people will think it's closed.
Hey, thanks, miss. I was meaning to do that.
Ah, darn it. Open. Can we do it again?
Hey, you want to mess with the sign again? Got some extra letters over here.
Really? Even Q? I mean, no. We're not doing that. I want to do that. Aw, boo. He's probably got the CL for clopin. How you doing, Sans? Yeah, we'll make sure that we kind of make sure that you have a line of sight with the audience here. We're gonna. Hey, are you the ice cream stand?
No, that's next to me.
What are you then?
The ice cream Sans. Hey.
Huh. Okay. Can we get some ice cream? I found a $1 coin.
Can you fill out this card?
Whatever. What do I put on it?
Just draw you and your friends on it. That way I can give you a discount.
Okay, so Sans still gets a picture of us no matter what route we take. All right, whatever. Scribble. Here, me, Chris, and Ralsei. Oh, instead of Noel, so it's a different picture. I know he can't use it, but I gotta put him on.
Oh, thanks.
And where's our ice cream? So, when do we get some ice cream?
Whoops. I don't have any.
What do you mean you don't?
But the stand will after it finishes churning. In the meanwhile, why don't you take this?
What do we got? You got the bread. Hajba?
I just noticed for that Sans wink sprite that his character portrait and sprite have mirrored eyes that they winked.
Oh, so like like they did different eyes? I didn't even notice that. I'll have to pay more attention if he winks again, or maybe go back and watch the VOD. Thank you for the 10 bits. I guess I'll read some more in the chat. I'm gonna take my time and enjoy the journey to the end of this weird route, because you guys have told me that apparently it's shorter than usual. All right, let's read some more in the chat. Let's see. Eglin said, I vaguely remember playing almost my entirety of Peggle in one night and losing my mind. Peggle Wolf says, I love you. Now I did the same thing to Eglin. Says, hometown. Okay, that's what it's called. I kept wanting to say faraway town or whatever, but I think that was the Omori town, right? And Peggle Wolf says, Noelle manipulation route. I feel like legit bad for her because she is such a fun and whimsical character. And I've seen so much like adorable fan art of her over the years. No, it says, wow, the Twitch UI is way fancier. What is a bit? Oh, bits, it's money that you can donate. 10 of them gets a TTS, and basically, I think one bit like costs a chatter like 2 cents. But if you use it, I get 1 cent. So like if somebody uses 10 bits, I get 10 cents. But I think it costs like a little bit more because then Twitch Bezos takes some money, skimming it off the top. And Pegawolf says, money, pay money for a bit. And Null says, Quita says, ad quote, come on, get out of bed, child. Oh crap, that's how far back I'm in chat. It's still when Chris was waking up. Let me take a look over the YouTube chat. Scroll up a little bit here. Null says, can you believe yesterday I woke up with a slightly chipped tooth? Now it's pointy and sensitive. What? How? It like chipped in your sleep? That is like a nightmare for me. I have the dreams where like I'm losing teeth. My teeth are falling out and I hate those. Like, oh my goodness. That's like making my flesh crawl just worrying about that type of stuff. I hope your teeth are okay. Null says, hurts a bit to eat, just my luck. I'm omnipresent. And Devin says, me. Oh, so wait, you're blind to this as well? Said, I would love to see more of your voice work on actual movie scenes to see how you interpret the scene or how accurately your intonation is. Well, thank you. I mean, I do a lot of like regular acting work. I've done a couple of voice jobs. but I feel like if I play that game, I won't be like going for strict authenticity. I'd want to have a little bit of fun with it. But thank you. And then Elle says, Susie, my goat, trying to cheer up Chris. I do wonder if how much Susie notices. Like in the main route, do you think Susie like is starting? She's got to start to suspect Chris by this point, right? Is she just living in denial or just doesn't want to call him out on it? I don't know. And Devin said, the money thing is really sad when you know the warning signs. I'm saying anything else because you want no spoilers. I worry about Noelle. Yeah, worry about her. Bread? Why do you even have this?
To make ice cream sandwiches.
Hey.
Sandwiches.
So is it like chocolate bread or just regular bread?
That's kind of a good idea. I guess I gotta wait until the ice cream's done. I'll walk you to the beach, though. You know, when you want to go.
Oh, so that'll be Susie's excuse to leave us alone with Noelle.
The ice cream will be ready later. Take it easy, okay, kid?
Did we check everything else up here too? Which route takes us to the beach and which takes us to Susie's house? I think this takes us to the beach, right? So we gotta make sure we go to Susie's house as well, including that weird alley where Susie would drink milk and we ran into the alligator lady that one time. We see Papyrus.
This house, it's pretty new, right? Don't really remember what was here before, though.
Oh, this is where Temmie had the stand, doing commissioned artwork, right?
Dude, Temmie left all her art crap. Let's draw in her sketchbook. Okay, gotta draw a lot of private parts. Okay. Hey, what? Her art's like crazy good. Man, even she's like good at stuff. Huh.
Yeah, she's a genius. I like your art too!
Yeah? I mean, it'd be stupid if you didn't. I guess Temmie can live for now.
Knock, knock, knock.
Dang, no one's home.
No, we keep knocking. We just keep knocking. Just keep knocking, Susie. Someone's bound to answer eventually. What about this one?
Even this one's empty.
Where is oh, because they're all the king and queen meeting. And no sands for the teacup ride.
Dude, now that Noelle's not here, we should totally get a hose and fill that cup. No further plans. Dude, stop making that further plans face.
What does a further plans face look like?
Dang, that annoying lazy guy isn't even here.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, he can appear from behind the...
Huh?
I'm just lying down, conspicuously out of view.
The heck are you doing that for?
Eating raisins face down on the floor.
You know, good a reason as any.
I can't really blame him for that. Why aren't you in the ice cream stand?
Can't really eat ice cream face down on the floor.
Oh, yeah, that's also a very good point.
Dang, I hate when he's right.
We go to... Oh, we can't go to your door. What's that? Oh, it's the root of a tree. Okay, we're almost an hour into stream and we haven't even made it to the beach yet. I'm just enjoying the ride. Do, 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 do. Can I look at the festival sign? Can I click on it? No? Okay. Let's keep going up. And check all the houses on the way. Can we see how Tenna's doing inside Napster Blue? Oh, nothing there. What about Asgore's flowers?
Everything smells nice, right? Hope these flowers don't ever become sentient and like fight us and or befriend us.
I'm gonna need a couple more comments before we go to the beach here. I see Oak says, Chris is doing everything they can to prevent the soul from doing anything. Boba says, I forgot you weren't doing Delta clips. I just associated you with clips a lot. Queen says, fair lol. Eglin said, the way our mom said, nobody can force you to get up, and we proceed to do exactly that. Oh, I didn't even catch that, but you're right, Eglin. That's good. There's some irony there. Pega Wolf says, I'd quote, can I steal my brother's money? Queen says, very hyped to share the fan art I've seen the past 2 months on Tumblr for Weird Route. If it's as dark as you guys are making it out to be, I don't know if I want to see this fan art. Ray says, quote, Chris is being really boring after manipulating their childhood friend through them. It's no excuse for being boring. You know, nothing excuses being boring. Pegwolf says, we aren't, Logan. Get ready. We're not playing this up. I'm worried. In fact, I'm gonna have a sip of regular water to give me some regular hydration before we go to the beach. Oak says, it's weakening their body, so whoever's controlling it will be weaker. See, I thought that, I thought we as the heart, well, okay, I'll take your word for it. Ray says, the thing about Chris weakening himself is that you can't control a dead body. Probably. I don't know. Well, if Chris really wanted to stop us, couldn't you, like, because last time Chris, like, climbed through the window and looked all zombified and gray from being away from the heart, you put the heart in the cage and then just, like, die. But well, I guess that's really dark, like suicide. But yeah. Let's see, Queen says, Chris be like, come on, I'm being so slow. I'm sure you're getting upset right now. Go on, quit the game in your rage. Trying to get us to rage quit. Pegawolf says, Chris be like, I'm so slow. Better quit and go normal so you can, Oak says, forgive me if I chat late or anything because my Wi-Fi is being incredibly slow. I think probably 10 or 15 seconds behind. Well, I won't notice because I'm like, really, I don't even know how far behind I am in the chat. Oh, there's a timestamp coming up. We'll keep going until I get there. Oak said, Logan is so sad that invading a teenager's body to force them to hurt all of their friends isn't as fun as he hoped. Well, it sounds like such a grand and delightful time. Ray says, Chris and Noel having fun splashing by the beach. What a fun idea. Queen said, timestamp, 22 minutes and 49 seconds. Okay, I am about 35 minutes behind on Twitch. Let me take a look over at YouTube and then we'll keep going here. Nell says, yeah, when I woke up, I felt weird little minuscule bits in my mouth that I realized I felt sharp on my tongue. I don't even have cavities. So, like, your tooth just broke in your sleep? Do you grind your teeth a lot? No. Nell says, I should get it filed down and hope it desensitizes. It's just a little bit, at least, pretty even. Real said, wouldn't it be much easier to control a dead body? Well, it depends. I feel like controlling a dead body is probably not as easy as the movie Weekend at Bernie's would lead you to think, because shortly after someone dies, rigor mortis sets in, and the body gets all stiff and can't, like, move. But then I think that eventually goes away, and then after that, it'd probably become a lot easier to move, but then, like, you have to deal with rotting and smells and stuff like that. So it'd be easier for a little while, but then, like, pieces will start falling off, and that's just inconvenient. Devin says, reminds me of the time I accidentally ate part of my tooth. Not gonna get into detail, but the texture is nearly identical to chalk. Again, like, I don't know. I'm obsessed with teeth. Like, when I was little, I wanted to be a dentist. I've never had a cavity, and so the idea of something like that happening to my teeth is just like, what? It's a terrible fear of mine. Okay, let's keep going. If anything, I need to enjoy the ride so much that I'll prove Oak wrong. That apparently Oak thought there would not be enough for a full stream here.
Everything smells nice, right? Come on, smell it, Stinky!
I wish I had a best friend who calls me Stinky. Preferably a girl. It's weird if a guy calls you Stinky, because then you think, oh crap, I actually do smell. If a girl says it, then it's like, ha, playful fun times. Anything else?
Flowers are boring. I hope we don't have a whole dark world all about them. That'd suck. Looks like your dad's in there. What's he doing with that pink anime figure? Oh wow. I guess we don't need to hang out with him. What? You want to hang out with the flowers? They'll be more fun than you realize, Susie. Flowers are boring! Hey, check this out. Ralsei showed me how to, pollinate. Huh?
Logan, will you be my dentist? My current dentist wears an astronaut suit to work with a real oxygen tank, but you're a robo, so that's cooler.
That's kind of awesome. I feel like that would get in the way of, like, it's just that your dentist wears the astronaut suit to work and then changes, or like does the dental work in the astronaut suit, because those are not easy to move in. Or maybe, I guess probably not like a real astronaut suit. The problem is I never actually studied dentistry. But every now and then I'll be fascinated if like a video shows up on my TikTok feed that's explaining how like a root canal works or something like that. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Oak. But I don't think I should give even dental medical advice.
Ralsei showed me how to, let's see, we got the flowers, then we just need a bird and a bee.
Oh, flower crown!
How to make this wimpy crap.
Aww. Oh! I wanted Noelle to see me with a flower crown. I want to be like Basil in the hit video game Omori.
Yeah, it was stupid anyway.
Can we try it again?
Flowers are boring.
Are cars boring? Are trucks boring, Susie? Okay, let me do one quick lap to make sure that I haven't missed anything. Because I don't know if after the beach, if we'll be able to come back here before like the story advances. So up here is just our house, right? Yeah, we already did stuff at the house. We already looked over here. We already clicked the king and queen voting stuff. Even though we're moving better, we're still moving a little bit slow. So sorry, I want to make sure I don't miss anything. I feel like that a lot of the time when I play this game on stream, I'm sure I'm missing stuff, even though I'm trying to be as thorough as possible. So we'll do one lap. And then after that, we'll head to the beach. We already did sand, so that's going to give Susie an excuse to not come with us to the beach, give us some alone time with Noelle, our apparently girlfriend who doesn't want to be our girlfriend, but really wants to be our girlfriend for some reason. And, okay, so everything here. If you guys can move a little bit faster, that'd be helpful.
Because it's a game!
This isn't a joke, by the way. He started wearing it for COVID instead of a mask, and like it's a legit suit that functions as safety against diseases. And yes, he still wears it and continues wearing it during dental procedures. But
You know what?
because it's more like an air filtration suit, it's not as bulky, so he
so we can work fine with it. Here's the thing, like, as a certified germaphobe myself, respect. I obviously don't wear that type of thing around in public, but no, I appreciate it in, like, especially when it's people who are sick. Here's the thing, like, most regular cloth masks don't do a lot to prevent you from getting sick from other people, but they can help other people to prevent other people from catching what you have. Otherwise, if you want to keep yourself safe, you either need like a full-on air filtration system or like an N95 mask or something like that. So respect for that, because I always get worried about germs. And if he's still able to do dental work, then hey, you know, keep on being you. And thank you very much for the 10 bits. And thank you, Ruka, for the "cause it's a game." It's like, oh wait, no, it's up one more. So let's go to the beach finally and see what happens. Now, I also don't know if this is gonna be like if the Noelle stuff, because last time we did a Noelle scene, it kind of became unskippable or unpausable. Because like Chris, we ripped the soul out and everything like that. So I don't know if it's gonna be like Toriel. If we do reach another unpausable section, obviously at that point we probably don't want any more, you know, sound alerts or stuff like that, because I gotta lock in and focus and read what's happening. But yeah. I'm gonna come more comments while we're walking over here very slowly. Quita says, wow, it's only been 22 minutes. Oh, now it's been an hour and 4. That's how far behind I am. Bubba said, this is one of my favorite songs in Deltarune. Quita said, literally just underwear with hearts on it. Okay, so at least it's like cartoony underwear. Oak says, I'm so mad at my Wi-Fi for being so slow for this stream. Quita said, I posted in the general chat. Oak said, I'm so mad at that none of the Weird Route songs are on Spotify. Sorry, because I'm sick, I feel like I need to hydrate a bit more frequently than usual. And let's see, Quita says, excuse me. Oak says, maybe after chapter 7, there'll be a whole Weird Route album. I do want to take some time, if we do end early tonight, see however this Weird Route ends, maybe just brainstorm some guesses for the next couple of chapters. Eglin said, okay, honey on fried chicken is good though. Oh, it's so good! Bubba says, we put honey on salad as a dressing. Ooh, Quita says, ooh, Susie is doing what Chris used to do Noelle. I believe this is a story Noelle told in chapter 2 about how when they were kids, Chris would shake the Ferris wheel cart too. Yeah! Oak says, Susie is such an incredible character. I love seeing how much Susie has grown as a character. Even though like in universe, it's only a couple of days, it feels like longer, obviously, because the release has been spread out. Ray says, Susie is awesome. Oak says, her friendship with Chris feels so authentic. And there's where Neat came in. I'm sorry that I've just barely got to where Neat is saying, maybe Chris' phone really has crappy speaker. And little emote. Oak says, yes. Choicer Voicer. Yes, that's the one. Oak said there isn't any copyright for that as far as I know. It's super popular. I've seen tons of very popular streamers doing it. Eglin says, I love how clearly Susie is trying to cheer up Chris. Like, as much as she's trying to hide it, you can tell she's really concerned about Chris's well-being. It is sweet. Oak says, seems like if I watch one on YouTube, my Wi-Fi isn't as slow. It's still a bit slow, but isn't as stuttering, so I'm going to watch on YouTube and chatting on my phone. And then Eglin said, the church is homophobic, broken heart. Oak says, Logan, when the depressed teenager is controlling his sad. And then a smiley face. And Bubba said, did he already talk to Rudy? Oak says, yeah. Oh, and a poll's appeared. Must be a Ruka poll. I don't think we've even seen Crystal Rivero here yet tonight. Should Logan hydrate more? Yes. Take care of yourself. Have candy corn. No! No to candy corn. Go ahead and cast your votes, though, just not for candy corn. Let's see. Excuse me, I just cleared my throat right into the microphone. I tried to mute and my finger missed the button. I apologize, that was really gross. Let's see, Devin says, oh, I read that from Devin. Noel says free calcium, and Devin says, yep, free calcium. I've always wanted to get into ear care. Ears are very interesting to me on a scientific level. Well, I mean, I do every now and then see those videos where people are pulling out ear stuff, and it's always like satisfying when you get a big chunk. I had to take my mom to the doctor a while ago, to ear doctor, to get that done for her, because she has very poor eyesight and can't drive on her own. So I drove her over there, and so I was like sitting in there, and there was one point where they got the big chunk, and it was so, and the guy who was doing it, he was pulling out little chunks, but then when he pulled out the big one, he's like, whoa, he's like showing it to my mom. He's like, you gotta see this. And it's like, oh, that must have felt so good getting that out. Nell says, can you learn to fix tinnitus and fix mine for free? I get so annoyed. There's a commercial that used to play on Spotify that was for tinnitus treatment, but it kept calling it tinnitus, and because it was a stupid AI narrator. And the poll is done, and yes, I should hydrate more, as one with 63% of the vote. So I'll take a sip of water, and we'll get going here. Oh, and Devin says, jump scare! We actually have several jump scare redeems over on Twitch. I think Rukop just does them every now and then to remind people that they're there to mess with me. And Devin says, oh, there's a trick actually to stop the ringing, at least temporarily, involves thumping a very particular part of the back of your skull. You should be able to find a video on YouTube about it easily. Basically calms down the microscopic hairs in your inner ear. Not hard, but obviously like it's a bit like a flicking motion. Sorry, I can't remember the exact location. Null and Null said, years of loud music as a means to help misophonia. Have taken it. So what is misophonia? I actually don't know what that is. All right, you guys ready for this? You guys ready to head to the beach? All right, Susie, you go get ice cream. We're going to the beach now. Oh, is Vero here? Vero's not here yet. We're having a literal beach episode, and Vero's not here for it.
Susie, there might be swimsuits. There might be bikinis or one pieces. The one piece is real, Susie, and it's a swimsuit. Hi, done with the festival?
I think so. I don't think it was okay. If anybody knows, was there anything I missed? Any secrets? I'm assuming I'm done. I'm a bit worried that there have not been any save points yet today. But yes, done with the beach. Or excuse me, done with the festival. On to the beach now.
Okay then.
Time to say our goodbyes.
I gotta go wait for the ice cream, so guess I'll see you later, huh? Chris, I'm not good at saying this stuff, but...
Oh, is Susie gonna give us a hug or something?
Even if we didn't really do anything, it was nice seeing the festival with you.
Aw.
And stuff. I know me and Noelle are getting kind of close, but you're still a big deal to me too. So what I'm asking is, do you want to be part of my harem? Could be fun. So, cheer up. Okay?
We don't have an animation for a hug, but at least we got a hand on the shoulder. A really long arm, too.
See ya. Gotta ring away.
Susie, come back! Oh, I can't control myself. Oh, an ominous fade to black. I'm worried, you guys. Okay, I can't leave. This is... Oh, you know what you know what'd be really great? Okay, you know what I want the weird route to be now? For some reason, just the noise and the harsh shadows on Chris, it's reminding me of that hallway on the way to fight Sans in the genocide route in Undertale. I mean, I know that this is the light world, so we shouldn't have, like, fights here, but wouldn't it be great if we go there and we have a boss fight against Noelle? My shadow is really long. Okay. Can I stop to look at the trees? Please? No? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, that's got to be Noelle's shadow. Why is her shadow so much thicker than mine? Is Noelle really that much thicker than me?
Hang on, I gotta line up our shadows.
Oh, that's like a really interesting animation. I mean, it's kind of... I don't know, like it's artistic and beautiful in a way, but also worrying that her entire face is cast in shadow. Oh, and she's thinking, because in parentheses, because we established we can read her thoughts.
All I will say, don't hesitate. The weird route might end early if you hesitate too much.
Oh crap, it's one of those things again, because that happened to me last time when I was sitting on when Chris was sitting on the couch, and I was sitting nearby as the soul. So oh crap, I should have checked with you guys. Are there specific dialogue choices that I need to make in order to make sure the weird route continues and does not end? Or is it just that I should not wait to make the dialogue choice, like just make them and keep on going and clipping ahead? Obviously no spoilers, please, but thank you very much for the 10 bits. Chris. I like to add another syllable to your name. It's not just Chris, it's Chris. Oh, hang on. Wait, a hype train is beginning on Twitch? Why is a hype train beginning? What just happened? How is a hype train? There was no gifted subs or anything. Level 1 was 0%. Okay, I think Twitch just had a little bug there, huh?
It shouldn't stress you out too much. Just pick what you would expect and don't wait on the dialogue options.
Okay, so just pick what I would expect for the evil choices here. But all right, thank you very much for the 10 bits, and I think you made a hype train. Twitch just decided, you know what, that dime, that's enough for hype train. I don't know if I've ever seen a hype train level 1 this low of a level, huh?
You'll know when it happens. Just don't hesitate at all. No lingering.
Okay, that is making me very nervous. Okay, in that case, if I need to be on the ball, let me read some more in the chat, because I am so far behind on Twitch. Just so that I won't be, like, even farther behind, because I'm going to have to lock in for this, apparently. But thank you for the 10 bits. Let's see. Oak says, it's nice seeing Logan truly have no idea what's going to happen. He's usually pretty close with his theories, or at least on the right track. I wasn't in Great Ace Attorney. But this game is very unpredictable. I've given, like, my guesses for future chapters, and I have my new theory about deaths. But I really don't know what's going to happen here. But Noelle being cast in shadow like this has me worried. Eglin said, yeah, it's the pachinko one. Okay, so I have seen that before then. Ray says, you have to shoot balsals and hit the orange pegs in the sea of blue pegs. Oak said, I'd love to watch that game. For Logan especially, Bending, he's such a good voice actor, and I want to see him do, like, proper attempts. Oh, I can't just do goofy attempts? Here's the problem. Based on the description, it sounds like you're basically doing ADR for movies. And I've had to do ADR once before for a job. And it is harder than it looks. Eglin says, I always forget what the name of that is until I hear it. I always think of Plinko, but that's not quite the same. Plinko is from the Price is Right, yeah? Oak says, it's also fun using that game of dub things wrong. Maybe if Logan finishes early, we can show him Deltarune art and stuff. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, please do. Like spoiler art and stuff. Queen says, I have a whole thread of the scene, fan art, and spoiler chat, so I don't have to look them up later. This has got to be the scene, right? Eglin says, oh, all the angst art kills me. It's gonna get angsty! Ray says, the bread seems to be a reference to Mother 1, where you could glitch out of bounds to Monochrome Town by using breadcrumbs item, and Twig Fox seemingly loves the Mother series. Oh, I should have seen if I could use the bread, if I could eat the bread. I forgot that we received it, and I didn't try to use it. I probably missed out on something, probably like a big Easter egg if I use the bread. Oak says, also forgot to mention, I finished Undertale Genocide with Nora yesterday. Did you have to beat Sans for her? She can't believe she killed all those people. Ray said Nora beat Sans so quickly. Right. Yeah, I'm sure that Nora, wink, wink, beat Sans. And Oak says, yeah, Nora, in quotes, Queen with the timestamp, 56 minutes. Okay, I'm less than 20 minutes behind. So let's check YouTube chat. And then after that, I think that's close enough on Twitch. I could just lock in and do whatever the scene is. I'm sorry that I'm taking so long to get to the point here. We're already, like, almost halfway through the stream. Let's see. Devin says, misophonia is basically a hypersensitive response to, like, eating sounds and mouth sounds in general. Oh, interesting. Said it just makes you feel very uncomfortable. I wonder if I have a friend who, has a very negative reaction to mouth sounds. I wonder if that's what it is. And Devin says, you sound like Fix-It Felix with your Noelle voice. Rukov claims I look like Fix-It Felix. I don't see it. But I part of the reason I think I love Noelle so much is I just love doing that stupid voice. I don't know why I originally gave her that voice, but I love it so much. Rivula said, this is a weird time to say this, but I made my friend blindly play Deltarune and voiced it with and made Noelle Southern as well. Hey, I love it. I don't know why. She just seems Southern to me. I don't know. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this, everybody. Chris, I know you wanted to deny it. I did too, at first. The downside of this voice is it's hard to do serious lines with this goofy voice. But eventually, we're gonna have to face the truth. That you love Chris? Uh-oh, what's happening? Okay. It's getting weird. Yesterday, when everything happened, every cell in my body was screaming at me to run away. That if I stayed by your side any longer, you were gonna drag me down with you. Oh, I thought it was that if you stayed by my side any longer, you'd love me. That is scary. At least it's been my experience. It's scary for most girls. Drag me down somewhere no one is supposed to go. And you know what terrified me the most about that? Or are you looking directly at the camera or are you looking away? Noelle, which way are you looking here? I think... Oh, now she's speaking out loud. I want that. Oh, it's what I'm into. Drag me down, baby! Drag me down somewhere I should not be. Okay. Ominous fade to black. Since Death's left, all I've been doing has just been marching down my path. Staying quiet, getting good grades. It feels like I've just been watching myself through glass. Okay, this does track for what, excuse me. Sorry, I have to keep clearing my throat. This does track with when Noelle was talking to Susie in the normal route about wanting to run away. I mean, it probably feels like her life isn't really her life. And she wants to go somewhere and have a fresh start, maybe? And actually live her life, you know? Watching someone else move me through my life. No way you can know what that's like. Having someone or something controlling you and moving you around through your life? No, it couldn't possibly be a parallel. That's why I want to do something crazy. Specifically date you. No girl should ever really want you, but I want to do something crazy. That's why I want to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free. It's like the Queen song, you know? Also, is the spinning getting faster? But I can't. I couldn't. Because I'm just Noelle. A Noelle that has to do Noelle things. Just like Chris has to do Chris things. But she's also noticed that we're acting so differently lately. Okay, here's a last minute guess. Is she gonna take the soul from Chris and put it into herself, maybe? But Chris, you changed. Oh, we're close. I'm completely in your shadow now. Whoa, Chris, you actually changed. I'm kind of manic. I want to do something crazy. Crap, is she going to attack us? I think she's going to fight us. Is she on Derry? Is she going to, like, stab us? You found out how to stop being Chris. And no one else has noticed. mean, do we really think no one has noticed, or that everyone's in denial? I mean, obviously Susie hasn't known us long enough to tell the difference. Because they don't want to! Okay, so it is! It's denial! Oh, the clicking of her voice is so high-pitched. They don't want to see how interesting you are now! They'll just keep marching down the same path without even thinking where it goes. Chris, being around you is changing me, too. For the better? Chris? Chris, when I cast Snowgrave... Oh, you killed people. I mean, most of them were like, not really people. They're like imaginary. They're like objects. Birdly is real, though. But Birdly's breathing? I felt stronger than I have in my entire life. Okay, we're not in shadow anymore. Maybe things are gonna get better. I know, it's horrible, but... It's horrible to say that, but... Chris... You... If it's you telling me to... I can do anything. If you tell me to... I can do things that are impossible. Things no one else can do. So, why don't we do it? What's it? Do you mean smooch? Chad, I don't think she means smooch anymore. I don't know. Why don't we do it to it? Why don't we do something crazy? I'm very concerned. I am very concerned right now. Tell me. Okay, so this is probably gonna be the choice, and I gotta choose the evil option, right? Because I don't want to abort the weird route. Oh, but I'm worried about what the choice is gonna be. Tell me to grow wings, and let's fly out of this stupid town. Oh, so it's to run away? Okay, maybe I'm gonna tell her to leave town, and she just won't be in the future weird route, kind of like Birdly is written out. Sorry to clear my throat. To somewhere no one has ever been before. Not loving this evil look in your eye, Noelle. Noelle sprites are normally so adorable. The other side of the lake. Oh, that's where Onion-san went under the lake and died. We always wanted to see what was there, didn't we? Well, let's just ask our dad to drive us around the lake. Roads exist. I mean, I guess the road out of town seems to be roped off for some reason. Oh crap, is she gonna want to swim across the lake? Is that gonna be like a parallel to how in the normal route, she and Susie like went in the water and had a good time? Are we gonna go in the water and have a bad time? The four of us, when we were kids. That's okay, us two, Asriel and Des, right? Chris? Let's go there. You'll tell me, won't you? If you tell me to, I can do anything. So, tell me, Chris. The
words I've been waiting to hear.
After all that, I really don't want to pick whatever the evil answer is. But I got to for the sake of the weird route. Proceed. Oh, crap. What's going to happen? Proceed. The water's nice, isn't it, Chris? I guess. It's got some leaves on it. And none of those doodle-doo noises that I didn't accidentally exit the weird route, right? We're still in it. Proceed. Hey, Noel, how far out are we going here, Noel? Okay, the shore is off screen, Noel. Chris, don't hesitate. Proceed. Proceed. The water's getting real brown, Noel. Oh crap, I see a line. Is that where it's gonna drop off deep or something? It's colder than I thought. Yeah, you don't want to freeze out here, Noel. Proceed. I don't even have the choice anymore. Proceed. Oh, we're getting... Yeah, it's getting deeper. Chris, don't let go of my hands. Chat, I'm noticing a distinct lack of swimming. Just keep walking. Chris, just keep walking. Chris. Oh, look, her sprite is starting to go underwater. Like, you can see, like, look at it, like, at the bottom of her hair and everything. When she said, get wings and fly away, did she mean, like, angel wings? Also, we're a lot shorter than you, Noel. Proceed. Whoa, oh. Proceed. Proceed. Okay, maybe we can make it to the other side. I just gotta hurry. We gotta make it to the other side of the lake. Chris, you can still hear me, can't you? Yes, yeah, make it to the other side of the lake. Make it to the other side. Okay, okay. Don't drown. Don't drown. Keep staying alive. Chris, keep saying it. Proceed. Proceed. Keep going. Keep going. Make it to the other side of the lake. Proceed. Okay. Oh, come on. Chris, proceed. Oh, come on. Keep going. Proceed. Make it to the other side of the lake. Don't let it fade to white. Proceed. Oh, crap. Chris, make it. Proceed. Okay, okay, okay. Proceed. I think we can. This is still salvageable. Proceed. 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 I'm trying to proceed. 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 Chris, I know. Stop talking. Every time you talk, it's harder to press. Take more time. Proceed. Keep mashing the buttons. Buttons aren't doing anything anymore. Insert Chapter 7. What? Is that it? That's not how it ends, right? Side B. Oh, is that why in the Deltarune site, if you went there were all these numbers for the chapters, there's a big 7B? That's the end. Wait, how come I don't have a little star for having fulfilled it? There's no credits, right? Is that, holy crap. Oh, and we're just halfway through stream. Oh, wait, you guys probably can't see it anymore. Oh, no, you can see it. I don't know. I normally, when it goes out to this menu, it's like, well. Whew. I feel like I should read some chat here. Huh?
So we're skipping chapter 6 for Weird Drought, it seems.
Oh, hang on. We're skipping the entire Dark World of chapter 5 as well.
Okay, Logan, I have no idea how you saw the 7B on the website and didn't catch this. Massive spoiler, but somehow you thought it was just an extra Dark World or something.
Honestly, do you want to know what I thought it was? I thought it was kind of like, you know how the movies for a while, they had a whole thing where like they'd try to really drag out if they were based on like a book series or something like that. It's like, well, the final book, we're going to divide it up into 2 movies. I thought it was going to, or kind of like, Your Turn to Die has done the same thing where it's like, the final chapters, they're like in multiple parts. I thought it was going to be like basically Toby Fox going, oh crap, this last chapter is too big of a release. We got to divide it into multiple parts or something like that. I thought it was 7A, 7B. I didn't realize. Okay, so,
The amount of times you said, oh, once we get to the Dark World in chapter 5 Weird Route, and I was trying so hard to let you keep believing that.
Because you can't skip, I mean, it did, but I didn't think you could just skip the whole thing.
My current theory is that the normal route is going to eventually connect to 7B and maybe both versions of Chris and Noelle will meet.
I mean, maybe. I have some thoughts. I'm still kind of forming them in my head because that was something. That was something that just happened. But thank you, okay, and Queen Katie for the bits. But let me read some chat first. I'll read first over on Twitch and then over on YouTube. What are these things in the lower right corner, by the way? Are those showing save files that are complete? Because like chapter 5 doesn't have an asterisk at the like it normally does when I complete something. But on the bottom right there is, and they seem to correspond to, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, I'm gonna read some Twitch and then some YouTube, and then let's talk about that, what just happened here. Because wow. In fact, just in case we finished early, I'd prepared another very, very stunning and amazing graphic for huh?
You read chat. I'm off to grab some fan art for the miscellaneous channel. Spoiler tagged, of course, LOL.
Okay, so I'll pull that stuff up, and we'll check that out and react to that soon. But thank you for the 10 bits. Let's take a look. I can do this. Finish the weird route. Let's discuss. I didn't think I'd be using it quite this early. But there is that. So let's read some chat. Over on Twitch, Queen says, wow, 56 minutes. Oak says, I'm goated though. I beat Undying first, the Undying first try. I got to the point where my nephew, he got into Undertale a while back. And I think I mentioned this before. Couldn't beat Undying on his own. And so it got me to like do it, so I did it over and over again. I got real good at Undying the Undying. Oak said, and Sans second try, mostly because I spared him to get dunked on. Queen said, don't worry, Logan, it's good fan art. Okay, good. Says, we don't even have slow mode on either. I shall nab wafers. Bumbo says, oh no. And then Oak says, he's so nice. I love my dentist, low key. He's the only dentist I've ever been to that seems to actually care about how comfortable it is. He doesn't stab my gums repeatedly like everyone else. Bumbo says, should I put the first spoiler clip in chat? At his pace, he'll get to it long after. Well, it's not long after, but apparently we'll check us out in a second. And Oak says, you could if you want. Bumbo says, okay. We'll look at that in a moment. Let me read some YouTube chat first, though. Let me scroll up the YouTube chat. Wow. Okay, I'm having to scroll a bit because I've missed quite a bit in the YouTube chat, it seems. Rivulet said, this is weird. Oh, I read that from Rivulet. Says, but then Rivulet says, I made Raul say vaguely European, but mostly French. I like it. Null says, Raul say sounds British to me. Devin says, I made Raul say's voice sound like prim and proper Englishman. I can see that. I don't know why I gave Raul say the voice I did. Sometimes it's just whatever the immediate vibe is that I get, and then later I might end up regretting it. Rivulet says, a Noelle implies there are several into into the Noelverse. When didn't a trailer just get leaked for like the next Spider-Verse movie or something like that? I haven't seen it, but I saw people talking about it. But I could be wrong. Null says tomorrow. Yes, Deltarune tomorrow. Null. Devin says, honey, you know it ain't for the better. Bless your soul. Null says time for Logan to be traumatized. Devin says you wish it was running away. Oh, you wish it was running away. Null says if you say stop, it's much more effed up in my opinion. But would that have, it sounds like that would have aborted the weird, I guess we could go back and do it again and see what happens if I say stop, just like cut through all the dialogue really, really quickly. And Nell says, you should maybe watch a video about what happens after you're done. Right after this, preferably. Spampton G Sales says, hey, it's me, everybody's favorite, #1 rated salesman 1997, Spampton G Spampton. Whoa, if it isn't a lightener. Hey there, hey. Looks like you're killing it. How you doing, Spampton? I feel like we've had so many like Spampton role players come through that I'm never sure if it's the same one. So if you've been here before, hi, welcome back. If you're new and hi, welcome to the channel. Devin says, wow, Spampton, you've got some pretty good timing, buddy. Noel says you should watch the stop option on YouTube right now or in game if you feel like it. I like the dialogue plus something else happens if you don't press proceed during the white screen QuickTime event.
And just to put salt in the wound, Susie was the last person seen with Chris and Noel. The entire town already hates Susie. She will probably get blamed for this. I sent some fan art and miscellaneous stream games if you want to check it out after you're further along in chat.
Well, I thank you for the 10 bits. I mean, Chris can't be dead. Because then, I mean, I guess we're doing alternate chapter 7. I mean, it certainly seemed to imply at the very least that you know what, actually, this is I'm kind of glad that I did the weird route of the previous 2 chapters so quickly before this, because you know what this is reminding me of? In the chapter 3, the video game stuff, whenever you get the S-ranked things, because I had to play through all those things again, because like there was no real weird route difference. I just had to use my weird route save file to do another chapter 3 win. There's a bit where you recruit the like white cloaked character in the video game within the video game, and she's obviously Noelle. She's like firing ice and like killing things instantly with it. And then at the very end, when you get to the door, it says, you know, the key was used up, and then she disappears, goes, she was used up. And so it feels like this was her being used. Although crap, in that video game, didn't right after it go, you were used up, and then like you disappear? So maybe, I don't know how they'd handle it if Chris drowned. Wow. Holy cow. Oh, and over on YouTube, we got Chris Dreamer _YouTube saying proceed. How you doing, Chris? Are you also new? We've had so many people role playing as Deltarune characters. I don't know if you're new, but just in case there's anybody new, because I'm so behind I'm caught up now-ish on YouTube. I'm still behind on Twitch chat. I'll catch up in a minute, but just in case there's anybody else new, hi, I'm Logan. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. We're alternating right. Oh, in fact, I see we do have a first-time chatter. I have an overlay that shows me the bottom of the chat, even though I'm behind. Roy! 2593, hi, yes, so as I was saying, we stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. We had been playing Deltarune and alternating with the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We finished the weird route tonight. We might go back and see what happens, and like speed through it and see what happens if we say stop instead of proceed. Because we got time. But first of all, over on Twitch, Bumbo has posted a clip into the chat. It's about 20 minutes ago in the chat because I am so far behind, but we can check this out. Because the rule is, if you post a clip, we watch a clip. Now, for anyone who is lurking or new and does not know this, we have this thing in our community which we have come to refer to as spoiler clips. This is when something happens a previous stream, maybe an actual guess, maybe just something that I say or happens or whatever, that either guesses correctly or incorrectly or foreshadows something that happens later. So here's a clip from Bumbo from last month titled, "Oh Boy, If Only You Knew." So let's see what this clip is. Let us ruin this relationship, Toby/HJ. Nell says, poor Noelle, bro. Here's the thing, I do genuinely really like Noelle as a character, but I kind of just get amused by her freaking out at stuff. I think it's because her sprites are so emotive. They're so expressive, you know? Dermo says, that a telltale type of choice. Nell said, it okay. Honestly, I was not as thrilled with some of her manic sprites in this, because they weren't adorably expressive. They were a little bit not adorably expressive, if that makes sense. But thank you for the clip, Bumbo. Oak says, it's also nice because my dentist mostly works with kids, so the astronaut suit makes them happy. I think that's why he still wears it. Boa says, not an ad now. No, wait, what? You got, oh, did you have to refresh the stream, Bumbo? Because I should not have any midstream ads. I should have those turned off. Quickita said, my dentist is so awesome. They knew I hated how toothpaste feels like, so they brought in this cool sandy version. Didn't bother me at all, provided I did not taste it, lol. But hey, Bubba says, I was just double checking if that was the right clip. And Oak says, I'm not sure if this does the oxygen tank part because that would probably get really expensive now that it isn't as necessary. And Bumbo with a hydrate command, think I'll hydrate and then we'll read some more in the chat and get fully caught up. And I'd like to know what you guys think. Do you think that it is worth going back and doing that again, see what happens if we say stop? Seeing if it is more messed up than that. Bumba says, oh no, my clip, he might actually reach it too early. Ray said I was the only person who voted for candy corn. Bubba says, I do like candy corn, just like water as well. Ugh, I hate candy corn, I'm sorry. And then some Miss Vero commands. And Oak says, oh yeah, beach episode. Yeah, definitely, Logan. It was at a beach. I think that counts as a beach episode. We should all tell Vero. It's like, hey, Vero, you missed the literal beach episode. Well, because we had one before. We had another beach episode. Eglin said, best beach episode ever. Flowey Doreel says, hello, I'm Jahir. Welcome, Flowery Doreel. Hey, did I accidentally say Flowey Doreel the first time? Welcome, Flowery. I'm assuming you caught what I said before. In fact, I'm going to do this again. I did this earlier, but I should do this periodically and post our link tree into both chats. Here it is in the Twitch chat. Huh?
Alright, I posted all the ones I had, including a cute funny little post about what happens next.
Okay, hang on, I gotta breathe for a second. That was a messed up thing. You guys are right about it going dark. Holy crap. Okay, so that'll be over on Discord, so I'll be able to check these things out. Is it in the miscellaneous stream games channel? So we'll check out some of these things in just a moment here, but let me read some more in the chat because I'm behind. But yeah, welcome, Flowery Doreel. As I said, I posted my link tree just recently into both chats, both on Twitch and YouTube. Again, on YouTube, sorry that the chat below the window here is only showing Twitch stuff. Twitch's terms of service don't allow, like, combined chats on screen. This is dumb, but it is what it is, huh?
I don't think it's quite worth doing everything again, but maybe as future chapters drop there could be more aborted Weird Route content which could justify checking it out. But with how sparse the Weird Route content can get, it might be easier to just watch a YouTube video of the aborted Weird Route stuff.
Aborted Weird Route stuff. So it's cut off right there at the end. Thank you for the 10 bits. Well, I wouldn't like try and do everything again. I would just want to see what happens if we say stop. I'd basically just struggle to get out of the house, skip through all the dialogue. We'd have to go down and talk to Sans to get ice cream promises, and then just zip up to the beach and just skip through the dialogue until we go out in the water and just say stop. I just asked Null, would we say stop right the first time instead of saying proceed? Or when do we say it exactly? But thank you for the 10 bits. See, Oak says, I'm so excited. Bubba says, hello to Flowery just in time. Oak said, I'd be amazed. It took Logan more than 30 minutes after this point. Well, okay, so it didn't quite take that. We made it to the halfway point of the stream. You weren't kidding when you said that was short. And it was nice that there was extra festival stuff with Chris and Susie. Bubba says it'll probably take at least another hour. Oak says it's only a bit more dialogue. And now that Logan can't really pause, it should take the same amount of time as everyone else. I don't think Logan time can be too bad when he can't really pause and get distracted. Eglin said, I'm hoping he doesn't hesitate because that may end the Weird Route early. Ray says, Weird Route, where we fight onions on. Quia says, to be honest, the same. He'll have to redo all of this if he fails. Flowery says, Noelle learned how to aura farm from Chris. She was doing a piccolo by the water's edge with the water billowing in the breeze. Yeah, because I don't know. We'll see how long it takes after we catch up to Chad. Maybe I will just go back and watch a video later. Ray says, the latter. Eglin said, the choices are obvious. Just make the choices without worrying too much about the dialogue. Bo says, important, do not wait. And I mean, I was hammering those buttons as fast as I could. I was getting to the point where I honestly thought maybe if I just like keep doing this, we'll get to the other end of the lake. But, it did not happen. Boba says, important, do not wait. Ray says, Girona. And then Oak says, yes, so much hype for 10 bits. Queen says, I finally got my earnings this month, so more bits from me. Yay! Eglin said, parentheses, didn't want to put this too early since I didn't want him getting it to it too soon. And parentheses, Noelle trying to give away all of her money to Susie. Oh, it's kind of like Devin was saying. Oh, because she was planning on dying. Because they do say that if someone's like really, I'm sorry, I haven't read the rest of what you said. I'm kind of guessing at it, I guess. They do say that if someone's like really, really depressed, if that person suddenly gets like really happy and cheerful, that is like a sign like, oh crap, this person has decided to like end it. Noelle trying to give away all of her money to Susie to leave nothing behind. She planned for this enough to bring all of her money to get rid of it. Holy cow. So that was foreshadowing of it. So that's kind of what Devin was talking about over on YouTube. Quinkity says, I have ice cream. Well, so does Susie. Yay. Ray says, oh my gosh, you do look like the cousin of Fix-It Felix. No! Oak says, so excited. Quinkity with a smile. Oak says, oh, that'd be so cool. Bumbo with a winky face. And Oak says, if it were true, Logan is in the lake. Jackson odds! And why is Chris stepping on her huge shoes and happen to look like shadows? Sometimes if someone wears clown shoes, you just gotta clown with them. Oak says she looks so much like Carol in that sprite. The manic one, I mean, kinda. I don't like Carol. I don't like when Noelle resembles Carol. Quickity with a smile. Oak says eek. Ray says saw fan art of that. It's really interesting. And Oak with a smile. And Ray says evidence that Noelle is the Roaring Nine, maybe. Bubba says ha. Quickity says oh sweet Logan. Oak says hee hee. Bubba says sweet innocent Logan. I did not think the chapter would end in what looked like basically a suicide pact. I mean, maybe Chris survived. Maybe chapter 7B is going to start with Chris washed up on shore. I don't know if Noelle is going to. So in fact, let's talk about some prediction stuff here. So right now, the weird route has diverted so much from the normal route that I don't think we have to worry too much about what the normal route's going to do. It's like, how can you do that without Noelle and Birdley and stuff like that? Because we were just skipping it. I've said before, I think chapter 7 is going to be in the shelter. I think 7B maybe will be the other side of the lake instead. Chapter 6, though, there's you don't want to have a whole lot of stuff that you're going to miss out on. Obviously, Susie was putting up the welcome Noelle thing. So either chapter 6 is going to be very Noelle-centric, bringing her back in the dark world, or maybe... I mean, I think I remember a while ago somebody theorizing on Twitter about maybe one of the chapters being like a flashback chapter to Asgore and the previous people who knew about the Dark World. So maybe chapter 6 could just be a full-on flashback thing. It'd be Asgore, I assume Carol, and I don't know who the third person. Maybe it would still be Ralsei back then. Actually, maybe that's why Ralsei is hiding from Asgore. Maybe it's not because that Ralsei looks like Asriel. It's because Asgore would recognize Ralsei for... I don't know. But maybe it would be like the previous Fun Gang flashback chapter in order to allow... Because Toby Fox did apparently in the newsletter say that there was going to be something weird about the pacing, and a sudden flashback chapter would feel weird. Not Weird Route weird, but I don't know. So yeah, my current guess is that chapter 7A is going to be in the shelter, and chapter 7B will be Chris washing up on shore on the other side of the lake and Noelle being dead. That is dark. That is really dark. Jackson said, saw a really version of this with Birdley instead of Noelle, and he keeps asking Chris to tell him to turn on cheats and no clip. I love it. Quickity says, oh, Logan figured it out somewhat. Flowery says, bad time, you say? Oh, another Flowery says, weird route. We got multiple Flowerys. And then Flowery saying, hello, Flowery. And a timestamp for Queen Katie, 1 hour, 26 minutes. Okay, I want to check out some of this fan art that Queen Katie has posted into the chat. Okay, so the very first one, let's see. We have, oh, hang on, it's having to do a security check or something. Hang on, okay, I don't, click away from these things. Click away. Why is this Clippy is trying to do a thing? So let's take a look at the first. Can we please headcanon that she not only was showing the money, but was making all those faces to Susie? I kind of love that. That is fantastic. I love it. And then Oak posted another clip of art, and we're just gonna open all these and take a look at them. Do you think she spent the entire night looking for the... Oh my gosh. I mean, do you think that there would have been evidence left behind that they went into the lake? I mean, would their footprints have been on the sand? Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Honestly, if... wow. I didn't even think about that. Holy crap. Wow. Okay. Then we got, unfortunately, I won't have time to read all of Queen Katie's commentary for these. I will check these things out later. But let's look at some of the fan art here that hopefully is not as dark, huh?
Sans does not care in the background.
Wait, let me take another look at that. Since, yeah, you know what? That tracks. I did see somebody posting a while ago that looking back at old Undertale sprites, that there were only a couple of times that Sans' smile ever changed from just being like completely rigidly the same. And so, yeah, I think that tracks for Sans. But thank you for the 10 bits. Let's check it. This one from Queen Katie is actually kind of beautiful in a way. It's Susie and Noelle, but then the reflection in the water is Chris and Noelle. Holy cow. Oh, wow. Huh?
Just so you know, for most of the one I posted, every time I saw it, I was like, "Aw, how cute." Then I looked down.
Okay, so Queen Katie, I gotta ask, when you first saw something like this, had you seen the weird route yet? Or were you still blind to it and didn't realize what happened and just thought like, oh, this is really sweet? Because wow. Okay, let's open it in the next one. Oh, and it's a similar type of thing. It's a Tumblr, so I can't quite zoom in on it. But it's the same. It's a bit harder to see because of how stylized it is. But under the water are like Chris and Noelle gasping for air. Holy crap. Okay. And let's look at this next one. It's, I think, another Tumblr one, so hopefully it'll show up. Oh, it's so small. Can I zoom in on this? Can I just open the image in a new tab, like full size? There we go. So we'll see. Oh, it's the two of them. Oh, when they had their feet in the water in the dark world. Oh, look at those teeth on Noelle's head. Ah, it's adorable. Oh, and then taking the bath with Ralsei. And then, oh my gosh. Yeah, there actually was like a lot of water stuff in this chapter, wasn't there? I mean, I guess it's good paralleling. Wow. Okay, and another one here. Let's go ahead and open this one. I think it's gonna be the same thing where we're gonna have to like zoom in here a little bit. And then scroll down. So once again, it's Susie and Noelle. Well, so many artists had like the same idea, huh?
I was semi-spoiled at the time, cause I was trying to watch a normal Chapter 5 video, but for some reason that YouTube video was on the weird route, which was aborted of course. And then my mutuals started playing it and making fan art, so yay, I knew what happened.
See, this is exactly why I've tried to avoid going online as much as possible. In the next few days, I'm gonna, I'll either spend a lot of time online and check out what I've been missing out on, or maybe I'll just like ignore it all and decide to still just live mostly offline in reality. But thank you for the 10 bits, Queen Katie. So, but it's amazing how many artists seem to have the same idea of I mean, it's a natural idea. It makes perfect sense organically. So it's the two of them, Susie and Noelle, and then you scroll down. Oh my gosh. It was that last little set of sprites at the end with them like gasping for air before they went under that was like the hardest to look at. Wow. Okay, how many more of these we got? With 3 more to go. So let's get this one. And let's see that. Oh, it's interesting how that Chris is the transparency there. That's neat. Oh, but also has like, oh no, there's 2 different hands. I thought that was like a scar down there because it's two thin arms in her hands. And then a thorned halo. Oh, and you can even see the thorn ring on her finger. It's dark. And her devil's wings. She's our devil and our angel. Okay, let's check out this next one here. Oh, it's her manic sprites. Honestly, I like the artwork version of it better, but no, I don't like those sprites. I mean, Carol is her mom, and so it makes sense that there would be resemblance there, and I guess that is good artwork. But wow, I didn't like that. And the final one,
The description for the Winged Noelle fan artist tell me to grow wings. And let's fly out of this stupid town.
But they were devil wings instead of angel wings. Crap. And by the way, on both Twitch and YouTube, I will read some more chat in a minute. Sorry if I'm neglecting y'all, but we got to check these out. We got one more here. Let's see what, oh, hang on. I got to zoom in on this one. Get a closer look. It says fishing contest, festival day 2, encore. It's their dead bodies, no! Oh, but that is hilarious. And Susie's face. Oh, and Ad's going. Oh, and Birdley. Oh, Birdley's in a hospital gown. So I'm assuming this is maybe if someone had done the weird route with turning on the heater for Birdley. And Toriel just, yay, hyper mode. Oh, and then Rudy's cheer. Oh, Rudy's okay. Rudy fell down, but is okay, though. And wow. I kind of like whimsical dark. And that is what this is. I hope that wow isn't annoying anybody. We can go back into the chapter select if you guys want to listen to like different Deltarune, main menu music in the background or something. But wow. I should definitely read some more in the chats though. Let's see. Queen says hour and a half. Sure hope he succeeds. Lol. Bubba says almost time for a clip tidal wave. Oak says this song uses repetition so well. And Flowery says, hey Flowery, it's me, Flowery. Oak says we're here. And Bumbo with several clips. So you know what? We don't have the return to the game. So let's check out what these clips are. Once again, those who are new or lurking or don't know the deal, if you post a clip in the chat, we watch the clip. And chat has made some spoiler clips when apparently previous streams have foreshadowed this this one's from last month. Okay, it was the beach, and I was worried it was from tonight. So let's see this. Last month, titled Interesting Wording. Let's see this. Why does this feel like Noelle is about to get kidnapped and, like, dragged into the water or something? Well, she didn't get dragged in. She didn't get dragged in. She did the dragon. Dragon these nuts. Queen says, wahahaha. Flowery says, no way. I'm also Flowery. I would like to headcanon that is how like two Flowerys meeting each other would react. They'd just be so chill with it. Oh, it's Flowery. That's amazing, Flowery. Okay, here's the next one from Bumbo. Titled, Yeah, They Wish. Oh, this is from last time when we did the weird round.
I'm gonna go check on Onion Sun. I think we ate Onion Sun earlier. We don't need to go to the beach, right? Not the two of us. Oh, if Noelle was here. Oh, man. Oh, we'd be in that water, splashing each other. I'd be holding her in my arms. Oh, Chris, don't you wish that you had someone who loved you?
Oh, wow. Holy crap.
Hey, Chris.
Not what I intended, needless to say. Oh, my gosh. I would like a girlfriend. I don't think I would want a yandere Weird Route Noelle girlfriend. And we got one more titled Last Minute Spoiler Clips. This is from, how long ago was this one? Oh, it's not loading in. Oh, looks like it's from tonight. So let's see. Oh, I'm so sorry, but Susie, in an alternate timeline, you and Noelle had like lots of fun splashing in the water. It looks like it's Chris's turn for some of that.
She told me to get you. Yeah.
Oh man, I tell you what, if Susie does figure out that Chris and Noelle went into the water, then Susie is gonna feel so guilty because she's gonna be the one that like brought Chris over there. I mean, she's gonna feel so guilty about that, right? Oh my gosh. Oh, everything is awful. Everything is awful. Let me read some more in the YouTube chat. Let me scroll up. Let me scroll up. Where did I leave off? Crap, where did I leave off? Let's see. Oh, I found where I left off, huh?
One more cheer, but real quick, cause we skipped the Dark World. This means the flowers never got to become humans and befriend Asgore. Seth never got Birdley's feather, Blue and Yellow never got to have their tango, and Asgore never got to learn some things.
Oh, that is true. I didn't even think about, like, the consequences of not doing it, because it was Chris who started that Dark Fountain. Oh, that is awful. I did see, in fact, I was considering posting it on Discord Day when I went over to Twitch to, hang on, did I ever send off my I'm going live message on Twitch? I did not! I'm gonna click it now and you guys pretend that it's already been out 2 hours ago, because I am bad at things. I am very bad at things. That was totally tweeted out like 2 hours ago. I know what I'm doing. Streaming. I saw someone posted a headcanon about Seth and Birdley, and it was so freaking adorable. Where someone's like, I want a headcanon that the reason why Seth like idolizes and loves Birdley is because one time Birdley was in Asgore's flower shop, and someone bumped like Seth off the counter, and Birdley caught Seth's like jar, saving Seth. And in gratitude, Asgore let Birdley name Seth, and Birdley came with the name Sephiroth, because, like, video game stuff. And Asgore, like, misheard it or didn't know who Sephiroth was and started calling that particular flower Seth instead. Of like, that is such a fun headcanon. I kind of love it. But thank you for the 10 bits. Over on YouTube, Rivulet is saying, Chris Deltarune. I love the meme that's been going around of all the songs. I would sing in like mine. I am Susie Deltarune, da 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 da, and it's all the characters' names, but they do it for Lancer Deltarune and Birdley Deltarune. Ajima Dagger.
Hey Logan, time no see.
Dagger, thank you for being. I have been meaning to to message you on either Twitter or like a whisper here on Twitch because I think your Discord may have gotten hacked recently. I received a random DM from you on Discord, and at first I was like, hey, a message from Dagger. Haven't heard from Dagger in a while, and I was like all excited. And then I opened it up, and it was like spam stuff. So I think you might have gotten hacked on Discord. But welcome, Dagger. Thank you so much for re-upping the sub. Thank you. 12 months. I appreciate it. You now got access to the Hey Hey channel, which has been a little dead lately, huh?
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of fan content of the soul telling Rousey that Flowery doesn't exist in a weird route, and then Rousey telling Chapter 2 Chris, hey, do you know about Noel's spell lies? Shock. Also, in the Undertale genocide, I kept accidentally calling Flowy Flowery and having
to pass it off as just a silly whoops. Oh, that's right, because Nora doesn't know about Flowery yet. I still, half the time we see the name Flowery, want to, like, my just motor skill reflexes want to say Flowy instead. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. And Dagger, again, thank you so much for re-upping the sub. I really, really appreciate it. I hope that if you did get hacked on Discord, they were able to get control of it again. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I don't get a lot of DMs usually. And so anytime like a friend does DM, I usually get excited. It's like, hey, I got mail. And it was like, oh, it's just, but I realized obviously replying to you on there wouldn't get through. So I am sorry, I forgot. I was going to like I said, DM you on Twitter or something like that. But I forgot to. I'm so sorry, but I hope it's all okay. Thank you again for re-upping the sub. Nell said, did one of my messages get deleted because of a keyword? Possibly. YouTube is kind of strict about that. Do you remember about what the content was? Devin said, it's right around time I get settled for bed. It's been wonderful joining y'all again, and I'll see you next stream. Thank you, Devin. Hopefully you will continue to come by because we're basically done with Deltarune until Chapter 6 drops. I will, of course, come back to it then, but I mean, we're going to be playing other games. Like I said, ones I'm looking at for next week are maybe some Silk Song, maybe some Resident Evil Requiem, maybe that oh crap, what would you guys call it again? Voicer changer, whatever thing. If it truly is DMCA safe, that could be kind of fun. But thank you for being here, Devin. Sleep well. Have a good rest of your night. Nell says good night. Spamton says hello. I am also Spamton G Spamton. See, oh, this is Spamton G Spamton to real. See, that's what I'm saying. So many roleplay accounts. I can't tell which ones are new and haven't been here before. Welcome to all the Spamtons and Chris's of the world. Rivulet says she sure was having an episode on the beach. Oh my gosh. I just got what you were saying like halfway through it. Yeah, she was having an episode on the beach. Crap. Oh my gosh. Null says, always stop. It doesn't end the route. It changes the dialogue, only missing the QuickTime event ends the route. If Rudy, wait, so would she have like dragged us out even if we were saying stop? Is that what would have happened? That's what it sounds like. Null says, if Rudy really did die, it means Carol lost both her husband and daughter in the same day. Okay, but possibly just in the normal route would she have lost Rudy, because he was still fine. I mean, but why would that change? Like, what butterfly effect would change that prevent him from falling off? I don't know. Wow. Enel says, on top of Des, she has nothing left. Well, we still don't know the motivation of the Roaring Knight, and there is a theory that Carol might be the Roaring Knight. Maybe the Roaring Knight is doing the roaring because it's one of those things where it like reboots the universe and she'll be able to like have Des back or something. I still like my Des theory that I came up with last week, that Des is human and adopted, much like us, wears, fake little antler headband, and that she is the soul controlling us. If that is the case, wow, she's got to be feeling real bad, really silly oopsie daisy do egg on her face for getting her kid sister killed in a lake tonight. Let's see, Eglin with a smile. Jackson said, the oddly green lake of doom. Flowery says, get ready to mash. Queen says, it's mashing time. Soon will Logan do it? Pomo says, you got this. Queen says, go, Logan, go. Eglin says, spam time. I tried. I went as long as I could. I don't think it would have been physically possible to do better than that. Ray said, if you chose the denial option, Noelle would get mad and say proceed herself and do it anyway. Oh, so so it is like what Noelle was, what Null. Sorry, Null, you're Null, not Noelle. What Null was talking about, crap. Flowery says, if only there was a green pirate to save us. Queen says, oh, I'm so nervous. Ray says, chips ahoy! Right before you actually go into the water in their sprite, you can see Chris hold up Noelle's head. Oh, Chris holding up Noelle's head. Oh my gosh. You only got a brief glimpse of them like gasping for air, but that one was hard to look at. Oak said, this game is so effing good. Quickita says, did he do it? Oak says, yes. Bumble says, yes. Quickita says, my heart is beating. Flowery said, things are taking a weird route even. Ray says, this happens in Homestuck. Quickita says, so, yeah, we're skipping chapter 6 in Weird Route. Oh, wait, I can do bits. Well, the nice thing is, if we're skipping right through, hopefully I won't have to use my Weird Route save file to, like, play through chapter 6. I just go, wow. Oh, and a pin message from Flowey to Real says, maybe the roaring fraud is the friends we made along the way. Oh, it's pinned by Crystal. Crystal, welcome. I will never get tired of the maybe the real blank was the friends we made along the way joke. It's always a classic. Thank you, Crystal, for pinning the message. Let's see. Crap, where am I? I got to catch up in chat because I'm still behind. Let's see. Quickita says, oh, wait, I can do bits. And Bubba says, you never saved. You never could. Well, even if you don't save, like the little asterisk at the end is for a clear ending condition. So it should be, oh, I don't know. I don't know how the coding works. I hope I don't have to like experience that again before doing chapter 7B. Jackson said, maybe see what happens if you take too long. Well, it sounds like that's an aborting of the route. I just worried that would mean Noelle just like letting go and going in the water and dying by herself, which is also dark. I just wonder if it's like, was it too late to save her at this point? Flowery says, the save data for it is kind of weird, I think. Ray says, yeah, the 7B was added like a week or so ago until we dropped a newsletter. It generally means how big Weird Route will take effect the chapter. Again, like at the first I thought, oh yeah, 7 will probably be long and broken up into 2 parts, but now that makes sense what you're saying. And Oak says, do you see why we wanted you to do that? Yeah. Flowery says, even Gaster wasn't expecting that. Flowery says, a bit of a weird route. Oak says, yeah, you did it live up to your expectations. Well, what are your expectations of me? And Bubba says, I have given up guessing. Flowery says, back in the Undertale sound test, there were songs named after songs that'd be used in the Weird Route. Oh, really? Wow. Oak says, I had that exact same feeling when I saw that happen. Ray says, I really, really like the idea that we will have to control the vessel in 7B, considering these two are basically dead. Oh, so maybe it won't even be Chris washing up on shore, but just the soul. And then, like, taking control of the vessel, maybe we'll finally see the, wow, different protag, considering these two are basically dead. I mean, it's not confirmed that they're both dead, but they sure looked dead. Also, in Undertale, it said a human and monster soul are required to pass a barrier, which could have been what happened in the lake. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, but you're right. Eglin says, I love how the whole thing was going to a big body of water, and we kept mentioning how dark it was, and you didn't think, oh, these two are gonna drown. I didn't think, like, when you guys say dark, I didn't think it was gonna be they both die. Dark. Flowery says, one of them we haven't seen yet was Meat Factory. Maybe that's going to be the chapter 6 dark world, is just going to a butcher shop. Bubba says, I think we should slow mode now. Should we? Oh, we are on slow mode. And Oak says, I see a lot of people theorizing about Chris and Noelle clipping out of bounds and meeting Gaster on the other side of the lake or something, but honestly, I kind of think it would be much more emotionally impactful if there was no supernatural stuff about going to the other side of the lake. I think 2 kids basically drowning themselves because of what we did. What you did would be a lot more interesting, even though it's incredibly dark. I think that, I think I'd be fine with one of them surviving, but I do think you're right that it kind of kills the emotional impact of that if they're both just fine. And it would make more sense if it's Noelle, because she kind of went a little cray-cray there. Flowery says, if you don't mash enough, it also aborts. Oh, really? Well, I guess I didn't abort the mission, I think. And there's where Roy came in. So dang, I missed the whole thing. Hi, Roy. I need a sip of water. I'm still behind in chat. Do you guys want to start looking for raid suggestions? We'll probably end up ending early tonight. But first, we need to keep discussing things and reading chat. Over on YouTube, Null says, I'm not Noelle. Oh, man. Null, do you want to be Noelle? I feel like being Noelle in the normal route would be neat. She's delightful and adorable and whimsical, but not in the weird route. Null says, Chapter 5 ending creates completion data even if you don't save, probably for loading in Chapter 7. And that makes sense. Wow. Null said Chapter 5, Weird Route. Back over on Twitch, Oak said the aborted Weird Route in Chapter 5 Dark World is also very interesting. Oh, so like if you abort there, can you tell me, like, if you abort that, does she still go drown or does she change her mind? I mean, I guess I could watch a video about it, But that'd be like really dark if we just meet back up with Susie. It's like, hey, let's go to the dark world now. Let's do all that stuff. Yeah, Susie, just don't look at the lake. Don't look over there. It's fine. It's fine. Eglin says, oh yeah, slightly funny thing. Lancer was also in our pocket. So no, oh crap, you're right.
All hail, Crystal. We finally got slow mode, so hopefully you can catch up soonish.
Well, there was one point where I was only 20 minutes behind, which to new people and lurkers may sound like a lot, but that's like nothing for us. But thank you for the 10 bits. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get there. Let's see. Although to be fair, Lancer is just a playing card, right? He's the ace of spades, yeah? I gotta breathe. So in theory, he should be fine unless the card like completely dissolves. You pull him out, you put him in the dark world, put him into Castletown, he's fine again, right? Oak says, I saw someone say they think the real weird route is the one where you abort in Chapter 5 because the weird route is all about breaking what the game expects you to do. Oh, that's interesting. In Chapter 5, Noelle expects you to join her. So the theory is the real world route would be saying, no, breaking expectations and dealing with the consequences of what you did in previous chapters. So, oh, that is interesting. The one downside of this game is that, man, you can't, like, because it's being released like that, you can't figure these things out. You just got to, like, wait for ages. Honestly, I kind of like that theory. No, that makes a lot of sense to me also. Yeah, I like that. Jackson said, maybe I miss things a little when the worst thing that could happen happens. When the worst thing that happened was being run over by a truck rather than made to want to drown in a lake. Oak says, I don't agree, but I think it's interesting, and I think the potential of the aborted weird route is very interesting. And Ray says, the Javelin Spamton. Oh, and Javelin Spamton, if you got those in the weird route. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jimmy the Squid is back, saying hello, welcome back. Jimmy the Squid, thank you for returning. We already finished the weird route, but we're just having fun decompressing and talking about what happened, talking through the emotions of what just happened. How you doing, Jimmy the Squid? Oak said, sorry for chat being so full right now, but the weird route of this chapter is so insane and so well executed. Queen Gator said, if only we had a mod to do slow mode. Oak says, after doing that, I was just thinking, holy crap for hours. Oak said, are you glad to have done weird route now? I am glad to have experienced it. Because now I can, like I said, I can check comments on stuff on social media without having to worry about old Deltarune videos having spoilers. I was going to also, right now I was posting some old, in addition to our Greatest Attorney TikTok videos, I was posting some Hollow Knight ones, which aren't doing so well right now. But after that, I was chronologically going into Silksong videos, but I might just next week skip ahead to Deltarune at first and kind of get those out while I'm still thinking about it. But, wow. Let's see, Ray says, a flashback chapter is an interesting idea. Flowery says, Noelle is washed. Eglin says, Susie is going to get blamed for Chris and Noelle disappearing for sure. I mean, disappearing, yeah, but I mean, does anyone have any reason to think that they went into the... I mean, Susie knows that they met at the beach, but if they disappeared, they could have, like, run off into the woods together or something like that, right? Oh, you know what? Okay, if I was Susie, you know what I would think? I would not be thinking that they drown in the lake. I would be thinking that whoever the Roaring Knight is got them. Because that's what the Roaring Knight is doing, is creating fountains and kidnapping people. I believe the Roaring Knight is kidnapping people in Dark Worlds, like happened to Undyne and Asgore. But I don't know. Oak says, I honestly still hope that 7B won't go too hard with the supernatural stuff. I kind of want it to just be the aftermath of what happened. I mean, Undertale, okay, if you have monsters, there's already inherently supernatural. You have dark fountains, that is supernatural. So there is a precedent for it, but there shouldn't be that much supernatural stuff besides the existence of monsters, I think, in the light world. I do feel like Undertale, of course, did weird, like, time loop sort of stuff, so I could see, like, that, time loop, time travel, and whatnot. But yeah, Flowery says in Chapter 5, ARG. Wait, there was an ARG? There's a secret where it implies that this is the last time they see Noelle, which is sad, because I like her. I also grew to like Birdly eventually. And now they're both gone. I should stop liking characters. Eglin says, as much as the fandom may hate it, I want Toby to not hold back with how dark it gets. You know, in for a penny, in for a pound at this point. You just had two minors commit suicide. Well, one. Well, yeah, I guess both of them. Chris went along with it. Wow. Oak says, dang, sorry about your kid, Toriel.
Sorry about your kid, Toriel. You want to go dance?
And she'd be like, hyper mode. Here's the thing. Toriel seems to just, and maybe this is just my impression, she seems to adopt just willy-nilly, instantly. Like Undertale, it always seemed really weird to me that she found a kid and was suddenly like super maternal. Like, you're mine now. It's like she didn't even try to return Frisk to like the back up there or look for Frisk's parents or anything like that. I think Toriel probably off screen is just constantly adopting and losing kids and just is totally cool with it. Oak says to Eglin, yeah, I think it will lose a lot of impact and tragedy if Chris and Noelle really do make it to the other side of the lake and find Gaster or something. Flowery says, wet, very wet chapter. And then the other Flowery says, if you inspect the, it says that it tends to leave crumbs. Maybe Sans will follow the crumbs and find them wherever they go. Oh, that's right, the bread. Ooh. Oh, that'd be some fun foreshadowing. I didn't even think about that. Oak says, like, the theories about them clipping out of bounds is cool, but it seems like they might justify Chris and Noelle drowning themselves. If they really did just drown, it would be a lot more impactful. I think either way, Toby will make it work, but right now, my opinion is 7B should be the aftermath. Ray says, I trust how Toby Fox would deal with it, but it would be strange. Here's an odd thing about this. And I think I've talked about this before on stream. When you have serialized release of fiction like this, where you're getting chapters spaced out, and you have the ability to guess in between them, it can create expectations that just cannot be fulfilled and make things disappointing. The example I think of is the original Star Wars movies, like the old ones from like the 1970s, okay? Like, as far back as I have existed, they have existed. They exist, they were a thing. I remember one time I was at San Diego Comic-Con, I was talking to this guy who was older, and he was telling me about what it was like when, after watching Empire Strikes Back, and don't worry, Quinn Kate, I'm not going to give any spoilers because I know we haven't seen them, and watching Empire Strikes Back, and he was talking about like, oh, all these expectations I had for Return of the Jedi, here's what I wanted to happen, here's what I thought was going to happen. Then when it came out, I was so disappointed because there was none of that. And for me, it's like, that's never been a question that it could be anything other than what it always had been, because it has just always existed. But now, unlike Undertale, which was released all at once, we have this serialized release where there's the possibility to be disappointed. So I hope it does live up to the hype. Let's see, Ray says, I trust how Toby will deal with it, but it would be strange. Those are, oh, the Spamton's wings. Oh, so they weren't just devil wings, they were Spamton's wings. Like from, okay, I couldn't remember what Spamton's wings looked like. Flowery says, Carol is her mom, but she's also Carol derogatory. I do think it would be a neat twist if it turns out that Carol actually is a really good guy. But the thing is that Chris is obviously working with Carol and working with the Roaring Knight, so Carol's probably on the side of the Roaring Knight. But we talked before about how the Roaring Knight might have good intentions for kidnapping people and stuff like that. Because we don't know why Chris is working with the Roaring Knight, so I don't know. And Eglin said it is also their Dark World bodies. Oak said this game is so good. Quick says Tumblr always rocks at fan art for the game. Wait, oh, the Dark World. Oh, and the fan art was the Dark World bodies. Eglin, sorry, it took me a second to process what you said. Queen says you should have seen the fan art of Chapter 4's Weird Route. It was wild. Flowery says Rudy takes less fall damage and Noelle drowns. Trust. Oak says, I remember back when Chapter 1 first dropped and nobody knew Noelle would be important at all. Everyone thought Jockington was like the only important character besides Chris and Susie. Queen says, I remember when a fan artist made a comic on what could happen next, they made Noelle a party member before Chapter 2 came out. Yeah, you posted that one on the Discord. I remember that. Hang on. I need to finish off this water. I'm thirsty. Let me take a look over at YouTube chat. I'm still caught up on YouTube. Great. Oak says, I played Chapter 1 when it first came out. I hadn't done Chapter 2 until Logan announced he was playing Chapter 3 and 4, and then I watched to catch up before him. Flowery says, Susie's just gonna jump in and drag us out. That'd be an interesting way to start it. It'd be a little bit of a cop-out, a little bit of a Susie ex machina. But who would Susie choose? Like, imagine if Susie could only save one, because she is getting close to Noelle. It was even the thing that she said to us right before she left was like, I know that Noelle and I are getting close, but this is still important too. Ooh, that'd be hard for Susie to decide. Oak says, honestly, the way Susie will react to what happened is what destroys me most about this. Sorry says, Matt Pat redemption arc denied! And there's where Dagger re-upped this up. Thank you again, Dagger! And Dagger said, please, no, it's so embarrassing. But you do have control over your Discord again. I hope it's back under your control. Queen of the hug for Dagger. Dagger says, thank you. And Oak says, Ralsei encouraging the Weird Route now that he knows Flowery wouldn't exist. Flowery said the exact reason why Toby called me Flowery. Dagger says, oh yeah, I got my Discord back. It's all fine now. Okay, good. Flowery says, wow, it's so true. Other Flowery. Oak says, yeah, my friend is playing Undertale for the first time, and because I've been I've been playing so much Deltarune, I kept calling him Flowery. Pinky promised I never got Flowery's name wrong before Flowery came out. And Flowery says, Rudy tanks the fall. Rudy's hips just buff themselves when Noelle gets severely dampened. Jackson said, maybe the Roaring Night was the friends we made along the way. Oak said, Rudy gets really buff. Dagger says, I'm sorry, who got killed? Oh, Dagger, have you not seen the Weird Route? Are you okay with spoilers? Because it ended with a double suicide. Well, no, but you like dark stuff, so maybe you're okay with that? Yeah, you know what? I guess plug your ears if you don't want spoilers from earlier in the stream, but Chris and Noelle held hands and just walked out into the lake until they went underwater and the bubbles stopped. So yeah, Queen said, well, to bring up on a good note, Coco is being added as a world in Kingdom Hearts 4. Oh, that's great. I love Coco. Oak said, don't worry about it. And Flowery said, maybe the Roaring Fraud is the friends we made along the way. Oak says, Crystal, we should do slow mode. There's slow mode. Flowery says, I'm so glad we don't have any protein. Crystal says, I didn't fall asleep. I did. Well, welcome, Crystal. So good to see you here. Queen says, oh, actually, I can't share it right now, but recently a really cool artist made a fan theory-ish comic about what might happen next, and it's Chapter 7A, normal. Noelle meeting Chapter 7B, weird. Noelle having a final face-off. Queen said, you want to know what happens if you abort it? Yeah, so it sounds like if we had aborted it partway, well, no. If we had said stop, Noelle would have still dragged us out and we both still drown. If we abort it, would Noelle have just gone out by herself and drowned and we just leave? Or would she have changed her mind and left? Crystal says, I need to rewatch the VOD. Flowery says, so glad we are flowers. Ray says, oh yeah, when you finish this version of the Weird Route, your completion file changes. It adds a _B to the end of it. Queen says, yeah, it was quite the time. I wish we had slow mode. Dagger says, oh wow, so you have Chapter 6 left, ... And 7. Crystal says, hee 6, 7, rip. Flowery says, passes the barrier, and they both get real. Wouldn't it be great if the barrier is into the real world? And then Chapter 7B is just two people in giant cartoonish fursuits, like mascot type of outfits of Chris and Noelle just walking around, like actual video footage, full motion video type of stuff of them in the real world. Crystal says, on it! And then Flowery says, Meat Factory may be the place where we made the vessel. Eglin said, it'd be interesting. Well, yeah, I do hope we come back to that vessel thing. I trust we will. No, Eglin says, it'd be interesting if Noelle survives and Chris doesn't. Noelle pro-tag for Weird Route where she finally meets the reason why Chris changed so drastically. Oh, that could be interesting, having to team up with the soul that controlled Noelle and did all those awful things to her? Or would the soul just because without the soul, we can't do combat, right? Although, well, no, because Susie still did combat solo against Gerson. Why was the soul with Susie on that? We shouldn't have had that little heart. That doesn't make any sense now that I think about it. Actually, I feel like we might have brought this up before. Dagger said, reminds me that I should probably finish my playthrough of Deltarune myself. Sorry, I hope this hasn't been spoilers for you, Dagger. I'm so sorry. Crystal with some raid suggestion. Thank you very much, Crystal. I will copy these over into my text file right here because we are almost to the 2.5 hour mark. I don't know if we're gonna go all the way to the 3 hour mark. Crystal, by the way, did you get here before or after? I totally remembered to post the tweet about going live on time like usual and was very responsible and didn't accidentally miss that and do that 2 hours in because I'm not quite sure exactly when you came in, Crystal, but I totally know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna change the background music a little bit here. I wanna go into one of these menus just so that we can have some background music. Because I'm getting tired of the wall. Hang on, I gotta breathe for a second. And we can skip over this part. I gotta move my window over. The Unknown Cheese Stick, welcome back, says Chapter 5 Weird Route. We already did it, unfortunately, but welcome, The Unknown Cheese Stick. Eglin says hello, Emily says hello. Emily, how are you doing? Welcome! Quita says, with another timestamp, 2 hours, 11 minutes. I'm only 15 behind on Twitch. How am I doing over on YouTube right now? I'm still caught up on YouTube. I feel like after we reach the end of it, most of our YouTube lurkers have taken off, which is understandable. Flowery says, Jevil also got waterboarded, lol. Other Flowery says, unless he was with Susie. Previous Flowery says, wait, yeah, I forgot that. And other Flowery says, same with Spanton. Oh, and Crystal with 2 more raid suggestions, so I gotta copy these over as well. So between this, we should have plenty of raid suggestions. Hopefully we'll still have enough for a good raid later. I don't know if other people have been jumping ship now that we got to the end of the Weird Route, but that was Sure, like, Oak, you weren't exaggerating. I honestly thought that we would go to the Dark World, and so if we finished early, we just wander around the Dark World, have some fun there, revisit old things, but nope! Flowery says, wait, does the ball of junk include Susie and Ralsei's items? Probably Ralsei, because Ralsei follows... I've been theorizing that Ralsei is like a picture of Asriel in Chris's pocket, but you're probably right. So is Ralsei just... Wait, no, hang on. It can't be that, because Susie has been able to hang out with Ralsei without us in Castletown. So Ralsei seems more attached to Susie than Chris. Did we ever give Susie anything that could be a stand-in for Asriel that Susie would be carrying around with her? I didn't even think about that. Oak said the juxtaposition of Logan being so happy hanging out with the flowers last stream and the horror of this stream is crazy. Last stream was sad too because they all get turned back into flowers. Flowery says, Onion-san dragging them down. Another Flowery says, no, since the church scene, she can pull out her weapons. Light World counterpart. Crystal says, Logan, proceed. No! Flowery says, can you like Ralsei now /J? Queen said, thank you for not spoiling me. Funny thing, I've been watching a comedy sketch show lately and they keep doing Star Wars themed sketches, so I had to skip them each time, even if it's not spoilery. Well, when are you going to be doing the Lego Star Wars games? Eglin says, looking at the save file thing again, I think it's because there was no save point the entire Weird Route, so there was no definite marker for this at the end of the chapter, so probably by the time the next chapter or the continuation Weird Route releases, it'll probably show as completed. That makes sense. Flowery says, in the end of chapter 4, normal route, the phone says that Chris promised them something. But yeah, that was the normal route. So we saw in the Weird Route, the phone thing was just saying, hey, Noelle said she's really excited to see you. Queen says, yeah, maybe when we actually do chapter 7, we'll be able to redo that scene again and insert chapter 7 side B. As it said, do start it. Well, I mean, it'd probably be pretty easy to just like, butt mash your way through all that. And other timestamp 2 hours, 21 minutes. Oh, I'm only 6 minutes behind. I'm so close to catching up. Oh, and over on YouTube, Null says, I'm still here, trying to draw. Oh, I've been meaning to mention, I've been meaning to comment on Discord. There's so many channels I popped into, but I just because I've been sick and I just haven't been feeling. Today's the first day I feel like back to myself. Yesterday, the day before. But I saw what looked like a really cute OC. I can't remember if it was you drew that you made up or if it was commissioned for someone. It was like a robot moth kind of thing. It was really adorable. Oak says, Logan has now seen all of Deltarune. He can see everything online online now. You have no idea how freeing and liberating this feels. I don't have to like be like so cautious, like tiptoeing around social media to try to avoid spoilers. Oak said it's crazy because even after chapter 4, he was still missing the Weird Route stuff. Eglin said, if the Weird Route is aborted, Noelle says she was wrong and Chris never changed and she was just being stupid and gets out of the lake, generalizing. Is it wrong that I find it a bit disappointing that she doesn't go and drown herself by herself? I mean, I guess she couldn't because that means that because Noelle has to come to Castletown. But it's sad if it's just like, oh, nope, you didn't really change. I was wrong. Never mind. Seems kind of late in the game for that, but I guess you'd have to, because then, yeah, you go back to the normal route, and you'd have to do the whole thing with Susie welcoming Noelle to the Dark World. Queen says, oh, I thought Chris wakes up at the Susie/Noelle scene as if it was just a dream. It was just a fan scene I saw. Egan said, not 100% on that. It could be something different. I do remember seeing a scene like that, though. Queen says, but what is real, that later in the Dark World, when you first find Ralsei, he actually leave to see Chris as if he knew what almost happened. Ooh. Dagger says, I've been spoiled a long time ago, kinda, so I don't care anymore. Okay, so I'm just glad that we didn't spoil you. Flowery, but I'm sorry that you got spoiled, though. Flowery says, also, Noelle can equip the Jingle Blade and Black Shard. Wait. Was the Black Shard, was that what we got when we defeated Roaring Knight? I'm trying to remember. Crystal said, no, that was just a regular, like, thing, the crystal that we gave to Sham, right? Crystal says, I went here just like 2 minutes before you realized you didn't do the announcement. No! Queen says, yay, Chris, you didn't drown. Ralsei basically. Flowery says, not really. What happens for the Weird Route, haven't finished all the AWR though. Oh, that's aborted Weird Route because I don't want to redo the whole Dark World. I wonder if that'll be a whole separate branching path as well. I don't like repeating stuff, so I kind of hope they don't branch too much. Queen says, your wording confuses me because Logan just did the Weird Route and that cut off, he did no aborting, which is why I was talking about as if he had aborted. Oak says on the website, by the way, the 7B is bigger than even the chapter 2, so it implies that it'll be a crazy amount of Weird Route content. Well, because it'll hopefully have to make up for the fact that it's apparently skipping chapter 6. So it ought to be the size of 2 chapters? Queen says, if he aborted, I think Chris wakes up at the normal route cutscene with Susie and Noelle, as it was a dream. I don't know. I was gonna play Lego Star Wars this month, but then all of the other games decided to update this week, so I'm doing those for now, and hopefully my hype I'm going to do, after that my hype, I'm going to do Lego, hopefully. Flowery says, I meant the aborted weird route kind of ends with the whole Chudel rant? Chudel, what is, Chudel? Is that like, what is that before Chris just kind of wakes up at the end of Susie and Noelle beach scene? What is Chudel the combination of? Bubba says, I think Ralsei is a drawing Azrael made when he heard the world he would be getting a sibling. He thought it'd be a brother like him. So excited he drew it, he thought it'd be his brother. After meeting Chris, he locked it in the closet. Oh, that's interesting. But again, it would have to be something that Susie has on her person, right? Because Susie has hung out with Ralsei in the dark world when we are in Rent. Like, she did that in the normal beginning of chapter 5. Unless, like, Toby Fox just, had a brain fart and messed up and it's a hole in the plot, you know? Quigita says, and then, yep, that's what I meant. And Eglin says, it's a little bit of both responses. Noelle does say nothing changed, but the regular route scenes play as if Chris was dreaming. Quigita says, mine was a baby Ralsei as Chris's monster horn headband from their childhood and is what Chris would have been as a monster. Dagger says, Logan, you cannot be disappointed by a teen not drowning herself. I can't just go, oh man, I wish that teenager drowned herself. That makes me a bad guy? Let's see. Quigita with the timestamp 2 hours, 29 minutes, 3 minutes behind. I'm almost there. Let me take a look at YouTube chat though. Null said, yeah, that's my OC. It's a robot bunny, but I gave her moth-like wings for no reason other than I was inspired by V1 from Ultra Kill. Oh, I thought it was supposed to be like, because you know how some moths will have like really fuzzy antennae? That's kind of what I thought it was. Null says, even though V1 doesn't really have moth wings, it's more like angel wings. Says you should hop on Ultra Kill. Who else have been saying that recently? Was it Grim? Sorry, I've just been talking way too much. I can't breathe. Ah, there we go. Was it Grim who's been saying I should play some Ultra Kill? Null says, I said it before, but I believe Ralsei is either a Titan or the game itself in darker form or a Gaster thing. So maybe Ralsei doesn't play by normal Darkner rules. If so, that could hold out hope that maybe Ralsei could come into the light world and be our actual friend. Toriel would adopt him like that. You just know it. Let's see. Queen says, oh wow, I think Logan is close to finishing chat maybe before the 3-hour mark. I mean, it's after the 2.5-hour mark. Considering that we finished the weird route at about 1 hour 34, we're gonna have had about an hour of just chatting. Flowery says, the black shard is the weapon you get for the night. Okay, so I remembered that. Yay. Crystal said, yeah, definitely before the 3-hour mark. Oh, said, to be fair, he's been reading chat for almost a full hour, no gameplay. Crystal said, thank you for the very beach episode stream. Flowery says, it was a portmanteau of Chud and Noah. Oh, so is Chud, is that like a fandom name for Chris when being controlled to do weird things, or is it just because Chris is being a chud? Queen said, thank you for the very final Deltarune stream for now until chapter 6, everybody. It does sound like Toby Fox is fairly far along the way with getting ready for chapter 6, so maybe we'll be able to see it sooner rather than later. I really don't know how any of that works. Oh, also, crap, hang on. I just realized I didn't do one of the things I needed to for Crystal's raid suggestions. Copy those over. There we go. Flowery says, someone quote this. Someone quote what? Crystal says, not gonna lie, I wish the teenager drowned herself if we abort. No, putting the word abort in it makes it even worse. Flowery says, if you go to the website with 7B, you can click on it and it'll show you the progress. Oh, okay, I didn't click on it because I didn't know if there'd be spoilers in there, but that's good to know. Flowery says, V1 mention. Oh, my heck is so full right now. Oak said, I think with a very proceed stream, it made me terrified. And Crystal adds a quote, when I wished for that teenager to drown herself, I'm the bad guy for that. And Dagger says, thank you for the stream, Logan. Thank you for being back, Dagger. It's good to see you again. Sorry that I forgot to message you. I've been concerned, but I'm glad that you got your Discord back. And Flowery says, the letter, but referring to Noelle having the whole nothing ever happens rant. 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 2 seconds. I caught up to chat for the first time of the night on Twitch. Oh, and there Crystal turns off slow mode. Over on YouTube, Null says, he's like Teddy in P4. Oh, a sex offender. Basically. No, okay, you guys have told me that apparently in the original Japanese version, Teddy was much more innocent, and that they're probably going to be, like, correcting that for the translation for revival, I guess. I'll be nice to Teddy. Oak says, good night, everyone. Love y'all. And Flowery says, chat, any percent. Okay, hang on. For those who are lurking, a few orders of business we got to do right now real quick. First, there is our link tree. Oh, looks like Crystal already posted, but I'm going to cross-post this on both Twitch and YouTube. Oh, and then Streamlabs automatically did it. So it's three times there on Twitch and one time over on YouTube. That has all of our social media. There is a Discord invite. We have a small community, but some really great people. If you want to like keep up to date on schedule updates, what games we're playing, provide input on game suggestions and things like that, you can check it out. And we stream, as I said, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So Sunday is going to be the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We're partway through the second case of the second game in the collection, if that makes sense. It's Memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro. And then on Tuesday next week, it's Undecided. I'll be posting on Monday on Discord what it's going to be. I am leaning toward maybe doing a quick another one-off Silk Song stream. We can maybe try that voice changer game. As I said before, I'm also looking at possibly Resident Evil Requiem. So it could be a lot of different things. Hound me on Discord if you have strong opinions one way or the other on what we should or shouldn't do. Crystal says, laughing. Flowery says, Blanco Blizzard. And then Flowery says, here I come, San Francisco. And there's, let's see, Flowery says, the other Flowery then also says, here I come, San Francisco. Okay, and let me take a look at the raid suggestions that we had from Queen Katie. Two of them are already offline. One of them, has a cute little, VTuber, but is on followers only, so we don't want to do that. So let's see, of the other ones, what is this game? Oh, someone suggested this game, Endocopia. So we could always do that and see what this game is. Find out what the deal is with all of that. So let's go ahead. And one of them, though, one of the raid suggestions was like, until it went offline, like when I just checked, I think they just raided out. It was a very buxom VTuber, and she had pictures of girls in bikinis all over. So I don't know if that was an art stream or what was going on there. Let's see, Queen says, Logan, what suggestion from Queen Kate? Oh, did I say that instead of Crystal? I meant from Crystal. Let's start populating a raid over on the Twitch side of things. Crystal says, shush, let him get it wrong. You both start with a cool, Queen Kate Crystal. There is our raid message. So for those joining us for the raid, you can copy that over onto your clipboard. I never can understand why, like, the raid populating will sometimes be less than the number of viewers that we have currently. I don't know if, like, does it use up points? Do you have to have, like, certain points to follow along with the raid? Chris says, and we're raiding another quern. Eglin says, semi-related. Apparently a fan cafe for Deltarune gave people food poisoning over takoyaki. I saw that. That apparently that it was just a room they rented out. Nobody had food handlers permits, and they just kept all the takoyaki, like, in a cooler. And so, of course, it spoiled and went bad. But it's honestly, it's because they were eating onion san. And then Crystal's saying, oh, queen, not a quern. Oh, crap. Over on YouTube, Null says, poor Teddy. And then Flowery Guy 19 says, hey, guys, it's me, Flowery. Our third Flowery of the night. Flowery, I'm sorry, we're winding down. We finished the weird route. Thank you for being here. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Sunday's gonna be Greatest Journey. I'll post on Discord on Monday what Tuesday's gonna be. We're looking maybe some Silk Song, maybe some of that voice changer game we were talking about, maybe Resident Evil Requiem because we finished Deltarune. But welcome. Oh, Flowery says, I'm Flowery, and Rivula says, good night, Flowery, Deltarune. The raid's gonna be starting on Twitch. I love and appreciate you all. Have a wonderful Saturday. We'll see you on Sunday for Greatest Journey. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Have a good rest of your night. Everyone on Twitch, enjoy the raid. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. And the Twitch side of the chat has rated out. So everyone on YouTube, I love and appreciate all of you as well. Thank you for being here. I feel like we had like so many new people here tonight on both Twitch and YouTube. So thank you, not former, but like I guess old people and new people alike. You're all amazing. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully we'll see you next time. So yes, to everyone on YouTube and everyone watching the VOD in the future. Oh wait, as Null says, see you in Chapter 6, although I hope I'll be appearing sometime. I hope we see you before then too. It's been great having you back here. But yeah, Review saying goodnight, Flowery Deltarune. Null says, Girona. Oh, yeah. And Null says, I don't watch many games. I haven't played is all. Totally understandable. Anyway, yes, to everyone on YouTube, everyone watching the VOD. Good night, everybody. Good night as well. Good night, bye.